Glass now does shower doors and are a proud supporter of Muscatine.
You saw the coach, Ben Nitzel, and Davenport Central rolls into Muscatine tonight on Muskie's senior night with a 1-6 record. The Muskies, as we mentioned before, 0-7 on the season. Both teams confident they can win this game tonight. Both teams have played similar opponents being in the same district. The only win of the season for Davenport Central was knocking off crosstown rival Davenport West. The Muskies don't have the opportunity to play them this year. They defeated them 42-6. A week ago, the Muskies lost here at home to Linmar 48-7, and Central lost at home to Iowa City West 63-7. Earlier tonight, the Muskie sophomores dropped one to Central 18-6. Stat leaders on the season for both these teams. For Central, first of all, Jaleel Tony Walker, a junior quarterback, 33 out of 98 on the season, 507 yards and a couple of touchdowns. He's also their leading rusher, 62 carries on the year for 239 yards and a TD. TK Morrison, their leading receiver. These teams, as you'll find, are very similar, are their stat leaders. TK Morrison, just 7 catches on the season, 189 yards and a touchdown. And their leading tackle, Jacob Wislander, a senior, 32 tackles, 1.5 sacks and 1.5 tackles for a loss. For the Muskies, Gage Curtis, a 3-year starter at quarterback, leads them in passing, 42 out of 89, 600 yards and 5 TDs. The leading rusher for the Muskies, Seth Ryland, fine senior, 108 carries, 439 yards and 3 TDs. The leading receiver, James Roberts, big play James, 9 catches for 311 yards and 3 TDs, including a 63-yarder last week for the Muskies' only score. Leading tackler on the season, Caleb Galt, the junior. He'll be back next year, 26.5 tackles, a sack, and a fumble recovery, and a forced fumble on the season for Caleb Galt. Ben, tonight's an opportunity for the Muskies. I know the players are excited, the fans, the coaches. They're finally playing somebody. They've played a murderer's row on this schedule. It's a brutal schedule. Tough one again next week for the Muskies, playing a top 5 team in Liberty. But Central and the Muskies, this is a winnable game.
Yeah, for sure. And both teams are going to be very excited tonight to come and try to get this victory. You know, you forget football, you don't play a lot of games. You play, most guys are going to play 18 games total in their senior and their varsity career. So anytime you have an opportunity to come out and get a win, you're going to be excited. As you said, both teams have played very grueling, very difficult schedules. And so this is an opportunity. I know they've been kind of, they don't really look forward to games, but I know they've been looking at this as something to definitely be a potential win for the win column. And so I think you'll see, whatever both teams have left in the tank, you're going to see tonight, pull out all the tricks and stops and what they've got and try to get that first victory. It'd be so nice for the Muskies, for all the hard work and effort, off-season, regular season, try to get into that win column for these seniors and for the whole program.
Outstanding breakdown of what's ahead tonight. Beautiful night for football, folks. Still in the 70s. Gorgeous night for football. If you're in the neighborhood, you got nothing going on, you got plenty of time. We've got about 12 to 15 minutes approximately before kickoff. So if you're around looking for something to do, pack the stadium. If not, pull up a chair, sit around your fire pit, maybe crack a cold one, maybe a Coca-Cola, of course. That's what I'm talking about.
Or tap water from MPW.
Tap water
that
from
delicious
MPW.
Tap water.
You got it.
Tony's always talking about.
Phenomenal tap water at MPW. Sit around and enjoy this broadcast. You can listen to us, of course, as you are on KWPC, or watch it on MPW Channel 5. We're going to take a break, and we're going to talk some more about this game tonight and talk about senior night and some of the Muskie seniors. We'll be back with the Sedona Staffing pregame show. This is Muskie Football, powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
Right now at Sedona Staffing, you can apply for over 100 jobs currently available. Jobs in West Branch, Moscow, Wilton, Muscatine, Bluegrass, and the Quad City area. Make that change. Sedona Staffing has jobs for material attendants, production operators, assemblers, HR assistants, welders, machinists, and in clerical and tool and die. Open and phone interviews available at Sedona Staffing, 1609 2nd Avenue, Muscatine, or call 563-263-5600. Sedona Staffing, starting you in your new career.
Go Muskies! This is John Becky at Becky Insurance and Financial Services. We don't just sell insurance, we simplify it. From life and disability insurance, group benefits, and the Affordable Care Act marketplace plans to expert Medicare guidance. We've got you covered. As an independent agency, we offer personalized options from trusted carriers, focused on what's right for you. What's right for you is our only concern.
Call 563-263-9700 or visit BeckyINS.com today. Becky Insurance and Financial Services. Coverage you can count on, advice you can trust.
How well do your children see? You know the difference between an eye screening and a complete eye exam by an optometrist may be the difference between a child prepared to learn and a child with a vision-related problem. The Vision Center optometrists examine children that are unable to read an eye chart. Remember, routine eye exams are most important, knowing that 1 out of 4 kids have a visual disorder. Come to the Vision Center PC, only the finest care.
Vision Center PC is a proud supporter of the Muskies. Go Muskies!
High school football is back. Whether it's Thursday or Friday night, that means Muskie football. And just like the Muskies, MPW is always on. Whether you're listening to the game on the radio, watching it live on MPW TV, or flipping on the lights for a backyard watch party, MPW is powering your hometown pride. That glass of refreshing tap water you're having during the game, that's MPW too. MPW is proud to support Muscatine Muskie football. Here's to a great season, and go Muskies!
The Muscatine High School fall sports season is underway. Muskie athletics are competing week in and week out. From the gridiron and the courts to cross country and golf courses, even to the pool, the Muskies are doing their best to win for their school, their team, and themselves. Find all the sports schedules on the Muscatine Community School District website. And don't forget, you can hear all the football games home and away right here on KWPC, the official radio broadcast partner of the Muskies.
Your home for Hawkeye Sports is MC93. Ready for this one? Join the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin, and Hawkeye legend Pat Angerer every week for action-packed, hard-hitting Hawkeye football. Catch every game, home and away, on 93.1 FM, MC93FM.com, and the free MC93 app. The Hawks play here on MC93, Muscatine's choice for music.
This is Muskie Football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Welcome back to the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. This is the Sedona Staffing pregame show all season long. Thank you, Sedona Staffing. Brian Musell, Ben Nitzel, and Connor Kenny high atop Muscatine Community Stadium. Mighty Muskie Marching Band entering the field for their pregame warm-up, and they'll play a couple of tunes and hit the national anthem. We mentioned earlier, senior night, always a big night, and these seniors, most of them have played 4 years of football at the high school level and probably started the youth level. So this means a lot. There's a lot of time and energy spent in practice and in meeting rooms and putting the pads on. And this is what it's all about, Friday Night Lights. And for these 12 Muskie seniors, the vast majority of them, if not all of them, this could be their final time to play. Obviously, the final time to play here, but next week, final time to play a high school game. I want to mention these guys. Gage Curtis, the 3-year starting quarterback. This is his final home game. Julian Carango, fine defensive back for the Muskies. Been injured a little bit this season. Gavin Wade, running back, linebacker for the Muskies. Kai Kalin showed some explosion when he's gotten to football this year. Dakota Noah, injured, had a great year. Deshale Wiseman for the Muskies. Seth Ryland, a fine senior running back. Probably not the senior year he wanted, but that kid plays hard and has played through a lot of injuries this year. Never stops. Jack Harst, outstanding center up front for the Muskies. Dominic Smolik, outstanding offensive lineman. Alex Huck, he's also an outstanding lineman. They're going to miss these guys next year up front. Noah Verdinez, and Ben and I have called his name many times this year. And Levi Butson, the fine wide receiver, caught the first touchdown pass of the season for the Muskies, and 12 seniors playing their final home game at Muscatine Community Stadium. Ben, thoughts on these fine seniors?
Yeah, listen, a lot of names of guys that we call, guys that we were talking about week in and week out. And, you really appreciate the dedication to somebody who went through the program as a player and spent almost 20 years in the program as a coach. Like, we just really appreciate that dedication. It's a lot of early mornings. It's a lot of going to stuff when you have other activities, giving up things to be a part of a program like this. And, you know, it's hard to express how thankful we are every year to each group of seniors. And that's true and meaningful because it is a big commitment. This is not something that you show up for at the beginning of August and you're done with at the end of October. This is a year-round commitment. Guys are, like I said, getting up early, putting time in the weight room, learning plays, going to camps, doing the physical training and things that they need to do, and that's over the course of 4 years. So great group of kids. Really have enjoyed watching them mature and play, and it's always so crazy to see kids go from, you know, that being a freshman to a senior. It doesn't seem to take very long, both, and just that growth and development. Really proud of these kids.
I just want to thank you, Muskie seniors, for everything you've given this community, this school, and this football program. Folks, we're going to listen to the national anthem.
Director of Bands, Mr. Jeff High, the 130 members of your Mighty Muskie Marching Band proudly perform the national anthem.
Rendition, as always, by the Mighty Muskie Marching Band with our national anthem. Folks, we're going to take our final time out in the pregame show. This is Muskie Football, powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
This has been the Sedona Staffing pregame show, connecting Muscatine area businesses with eager job seekers since 1986. Muskie Football is next on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Right now at Sedona Staffing, you can apply for over 100 jobs currently available. Jobs in West Branch, Moscow, Wilton, Muscatine, Bluegrass, and the Quad City area. Make that change. Sedona Staffing has jobs for material attendants, production operators, assemblers, HR assistants, welders, machinists, and in clerical and tool and die. Open and phone interviews available at Sedona Staffing, 1609 2nd Avenue, Muscatine, or call 563-263-5600. Sedona Staffing, starting you in your new career.
The Muskies know where to find the best barbecue. That's at Skinny's Barbecue in downtown Muscatine. Brisket, pulled pork, chicken, ribs, and the rest. We know you're craving the #1 pulled pork sandwich in Iowa. Take your party to the next level with catering from Skinny's Barbecue. Order online and enter the pit at 208 West 2nd Street, downtown Muscatine. Skinny's Barbecue, award-winning Texas-style barbecue with Midwestern hospitality, a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Hey, Muskie fans, get your vehicle prepared for the colder months ahead with the trusted experts at Meineke Car Care Center in Muscatine. Don't get caught without heat in your car this winter. All cooling system flushes, they're 20% off. Buy 4 new tires, and Meineke will hook you up with a free alignment. Don't worry about paying for everything all at once. Meineke has financing available. Mason and Todd, they're waiting for you at Meineke Car Care Center, 1503 Park Avenue, Muscatine. proud supporters of Muskie Athletics. Hey, Muskie fans, this is Connor Kenny, General Manager for KWPC, the voice of Muscatine. Since you're hearing my voice right now, that means your business still has an opportunity to sponsor Muskie Athletics. We love the Muskies, and we know you do too. To have your business support and sponsor Muskie Athletics on KWPC, give me a call at 563-263-2442 or send me an email to connor.kenny@voiceofmuscatine.com. That's Connor with an O-R and Kenny with an E-Y. Thanks for listening to KWPC, and go Muskies.
Your home for Hawkeye Sports is MC93. Ready for the swing? Join the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin, and Hawkeye legend Pat Angerer every week for action-packed, hard-hitting Hawkeye football. Catch every game, home and away, on 93.1 FM, MC93FM.com, and the free MC93 app. The Hawks play here on MC93, Muscatine's choice for music.
Muskie Football is on the air. Brought to you by Muscatine Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. And by Becky Insurance and the Retirement Resource Group, proud supporters of Muskie Athletics. Now, let's join Brian Musell and Ben Nitzel for the first half.
Welcome back to Muskie Football from the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. Brian Musell and the coach, Ben Nitzel, and we're waiting for the Muskies to run out onto the field. And Central, neither team has come out yet. Playing the waiting game here. Been a little intimidation going on earlier.
Absolutely. Mind games already.
Mind games already. Muskies getting their final pep talk of the year on their final home game. They do travel to Iowa City next week to play Liberty. And that should be an outstanding contest. Here come the Muskies. And now the Blue Devils coming out. Muskies, of course, home black jerseys, purple helmets, Vegas gold numbers. And Central, the white jerseys, blue helmets, and blue numbers. Beautiful night for football.
Really unseasonably warm, to be honest. Usually it's cold and misty on a night like this, it seems like. But this is, unreal. Perfect conditions.
I don't remember a game ever, certainly in the broadcasting business, a game the week 8, and it's 70-some degrees at kickoff. Yeah. Crazy. Love it. Hope you've enjoyed our broadcasts all season long, and hope you've enjoyed watching the home games on MPW Channel 5.
Getting ready for the coin toss here. They used to do this earlier. It's weird to me that this has become a thing that they do here in the last 3 minutes, but
yep, they're doing it right now. You get to see this live, Channel 5. Muskies have Glenn, Wade, and Ryland as their captains.
Yeah, using that commemorative coin.
It's, I was going to say, it's got
heads on one side,
heads it's Nitzel, tails it's Nitzel. Yeah. No, it's one's Clinton and one's Burlington. Just kidding, Connor.
He probably thinks it's heads. There's the handshake. We're waiting for the symbol here.
Looks like Central will receive this one. The Muskies will kick. Beautiful night for football.
Yeah, and a big night for the Muskies too. Again, we talked about in the pregame, but this is a game that they really believe they can win. And as we said, there's been obviously it's tough anytime you're sitting at 0-7. There's struggles, but it has been an incredibly difficult schedule from top to bottom, and there hasn't been any gimme games, and this is certainly not a gimme game, but this is a game that I think is within this team's wheelhouse, and we talked beforehand, we're very excited for these guys, and hope they get off to a great start here.
Jackson Evans will kick off for the Muskies. And it looks like number 14, TK Morrison, deep for Central, standing inside his 10-yard line. And we're ready for senior night football from Muscatine Community Stadium.
Big Cat Energy kickoff coming up.
Big Cat Energy kickoff. And there's the boot. Muskies might have got away with an offsides, and this one's going to go out of bounds. Central will get very good field position to start their opening drive.
And worth noting, we've obviously talked about how nice the weather is, but we know this time of year we're just a couple days away from the switch to the cold weather, and Big Cat's now offering soup.
Nice.
So had some last week, tremendous soup, potato soup, great. So get down there for all your energy drink needs, but also get yourself a bowl of soup.
Big Cat serving that up?
Absolutely. It's like Chef Boyardee, just for 2025. Like Chef Billy D.
Oh, Tony Walker at quarterback runs up to the line of scrimmage. Central in hurry up mode. Morrison goes in motion. There's the handoff. Strip, they got a great play in the backfield for the Muskies. And that's going to be Eagle on a nice stop and a loss of 1. Hazlett was the carrier. Second and 11 Blue Devils now on their own 34-yard line. Just underway at Muscatine Community Stadium. They have twin receivers to the right. And Hutchison stands right next to Walker. He gets a toss. He cuts it back inside, and the Muskies are there. Gain of 1, and it'll be 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, great play there, especially James Roberts, who was the defensive end, stood his ground, forced that play to come back inside, then assisted on the tackle. I'm a little thrown off, Brian. One of the Davenport Central kids is wearing one of those helmet beanies like the Packer guys wear that make them look like they're bobbleheads.
Yep.
I keep thinking he's not wearing a helmet. That's just his hair because he has a black one. And then I thought, well, maybe he didn't take a practice beanie off, but I do think it's one of those kind of rugby cap style.
It is.
Extra concussion.
Hutchison in the backfield along with Tony Walker on 3rd down. Back to pass, sets his feet, steps up into the pocket. He's got some room on the right side. 35-40, Muskies string it out. He runs out of bounds short of the 1st down. A good hold for the Muskies as Carango came up and ushered him out of bounds. It's going to be a gain out to the 41. A gain of 6. It'll be 4th and 4, and Central will punt.
Yeah, heads up play by Carango. He's sitting out there in his zone. He's keeping his zone covered. Once he sees the quarterback cross the line of scrimmage, he knows he's free to come up and make the play. That forces the Central quarterback out of bounds, 4 yards short of the 1st down, and Muskie should get the ball here.
This is the first Muscatine had not received a punt in any of the previous 3 games. Curtis is deep to take this one. Bahidi stands on his own 26 to kick it. Gets a high snap, steps into it.
Oh,
block is blocked! And it's on the ground. Ball still loose, and it's recovered by the Muskies inside the 15. Roberts with the block, and I believe Colin Glenn fell on it. And the Muskies with great field position.
I think that was Gavin Wade, number 7, got the ball.
Wade got the recovery.
Yep.
Check that. 1st down and 10 for the Muskies on the Central 12-yard line. Great start for the Muskies.
Well, that puts us in the Community Bank and Trust red zone straight away, Brian, which is a great way to start. That's about as good a field position as you're going to get.
Certainly is. 1st and 10 Muskies in the Community Bank and Trust red zone. Ryland stands behind Curtis on 1st down. There's a give to Seth over the right side. 10 cuts it back, and he's hit hard down. Inside the 10, they're going to spot it at about the 7. We'll call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd and 5 Muskies.
Yeah, Giovanni Hazlett came up from Central and delivered a lick there, but not after the Muskies were able to get 5 yards and make a very nice 2nd and medium.
2nd and 5 Muskies from the Central 7. First drive of the game. Great start, Muscatine. Curtis under center. He gives to Ryland over the left side, cuts it back inside the 5, and he's going to be close to a 1st down.
I think
I believe he got it at the 2.
Central had a little confusion out there. That helped Muscatine.
Another Community Healthcare 1st down for the Muskies. 1st and goal for the Muskies inside the 2-yard line. 9:44 and ticking in the 1st quarter. Muscatine, great field position after a blocked punt.
What a confidence booster this would be for the boys if we could get a punch one in here on the first drive of the game.
Ryland, Hubbs, and Wade behind Curtis. This one goes to Wade, left side for the end zone. Touchdown! Muskies, Gavin Wade, 2 yards out. 9:28 to play in the 1st. And the Muskies lead the Blue Devils 6-zip.
Great offensive line blocking there, opened the hole. Wade didn't get hit till he was about a step away from the end zone. His forward go and drive took him in after that, and That's just a great team touchdown there after the big special teams play, which, again, that kind of play is just something we've been missing here the first 7 weeks prior to this.
Fillmore on for the PAT. There's a snap and the kick on its way, and it is no good. 9:28 to play in the first. The Muskies lead the Blue Devils 6-zip. This is Muskie football, powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
Hey, Muskie fans, ready to roar? Big Cat Energy is your go-to for killer cold brew, the best energy drinks, and breakfast sandwiches that slap. Order ahead online or drive through at 801 Oregon Street in the south end of Muscatine. Open Monday to Friday, 6 to 2, Saturday, 8 to 2. Save 50 cents every day when you grab our flavor of the day energy drink. Follow us on socials at Big Cat Energy Muscatine and stay in the loop. Big Cat Energy, proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
The Muscatine High School fall sports season is underway. Muskie athletics are competing week in and week out. From the gridiron and the courts to cross country and golf courses, even to the pool, the Muskies are doing their best to win for their school, their team, and themselves. Find all the sports schedules on the Muscatine Community School District website. And don't forget, you can hear all the football games home and away right here on KWPC, the official radio broadcast partner of the Muskies.
This is Muskie football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Welcome back to Muskie football for the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. Jackson Evans with the Big Cat Energy kickoff. And this one's going to be taken by Morrison at the 6. He's to the 10, 15, 20, 25. Breaks a tackle, 30. Spins out of it, still on his feet over the 35 to about the 36. A good return by T.K. Morrison. And Ben, the Muskies go 12 yards after the block punt. And Gavin Wade on first and goal from the 2 punches it in. 2 yards out, PAT no good. The Muskies lead 6-up.
Yeah, great. Just a great sequence for the Muskies. Like we said, get the defensive stop there. Carrillo with the big stop on the quarterback, forcing the punt. That leads to the block punt. And then this offense, tailor-made to start with the ball there. A lot of options. They're able to run the ball. Central couldn't do anything about it. See if we can get another defensive stop here.
Walker and Hazlett in the backfield on first down for the Blue Devils. This one's going to go to number 8 this time, and that's Otis Charles with the carry. And he's out to the 39. Well, we'll call it the 40. Gain of 4, second down and 6. All season long, kickoffs are brought to you by Big Cat Energy, 801 Oregon Street, Suite 13 in Muscatine. Second and 6 Central, their own 40-yard line. Charles and Tony Walker in the backfield on second down. This is going to be a toss. This one's going to Hazlett, actually. He's over the 40, dances 45 midfield and a first down on a nice move as Evans gets him to the ground.
That's one where the Muskie end just couldn't quite keep his feet. He got driven out of there. That allowed the Central running back to cut up inside him, but then bounce it back outside into the zone he should have occupied. So they'll have to get a little bit stouter on those outside sweeps.
Hazlett now behind Walker in the backfield. First and 10 right at midfield for the Blue Devils. Muscatine 6 and Central nothing. Back to pass. Walker takes a shot downfield, and there's a catch made. 15, 10, 5 to the end zone.
Pretty short. Oh,
and they're going to spot him just short on a nice pitch and catch. Boy, the ball was underthrown, but really a nice adjustment by the receiver, number 3, Saden Williams on that, and a 49-yard pitch and catch. And it's first and goal, Blue Devils at the Muskie 1.
Yeah, that was a tremendous catch because there was a lot of I couldn't believe they didn't throw a flag there. Maybe once they saw the catch, they didn't throw it, but a little bit of a misdemeanor going on out there, and he still hauled it in. That was a tremendous individual play by the Central receiver.
Tony Walker and Giovanni Hazlett in the backfield. First and goal. This one's going to be Hazlett, and he's taken down. And there's a loss. Colin Glenn blew that up. And a loss back to the 3. It'll be second and goal.
Great play by Glenn. A lot of times in those real short yardage situations by the goal line, you've just got to come forward and get into gaps, see if you can blow it up, because if you delay, they're going to score. And Central ran a little bit of a slower play there, and Glenn, tremendous effort to get through the line and just submarine the running back and take his legs out from him.
There is a flag on the play. We'll see what this one is, and it's going to be a procedure call on Central. And are they going to take it or take the loss? And they will take the penalty. That'll push it back to the 6, so it'll be first and goal for the Blue Devils from the Muskie 6-yard line.
Yeah, it seems like a no-brainer to take it. Although I just felt sometimes when we used to run the spread offense stuff, you almost didn't mind getting a little bit more space. Because you're pretty good at gaining 6 to 7 yards, but you're not always very good at gaining 1 or 2.
First and goal, Blue Devils, Muskie 6-yard line. 8 minutes to play, first quarter. The Muskies lead 6-zip. Tony Walker back to pass, fires a slant, incomplete to Morrison. Second down.
A lot of Muskies in the vicinity. Interesting, the central running back has the old hand warmer.
Yeah.
I don't know if he just bought one and really wanted to wear it, or he's got some circulation issues, but boy,
maybe next
it's a
week.
balmy 77. Yeah. I don't know.
It's nice. We saw the air conditioner going on in the press box here, which is
for sure
fantastic. Second and goal, Central. Hazlett and Tony Walker. Johnson split wide right. And now the motion man gets the handoff, and he's trying to get to the edge, and he does. Williams will dance it in from 6 yards out. So Saden Williams with a 6-yard touchdown run, 7:48 to play in the first. And now we're tied at 6.
Yeah, they're going to have to exercise the demons on that. I don't know exactly what the problem is, but we didn't have any outside force there, and so they ran jet sweep right at that side where we didn't have anybody coming screaming off the edge, and so we just couldn't get guys over fast enough. And again, you only got to gain 4 or 5 yards. Tough to stop. Muskie's going to have to figure something out, but there's got to be some outside pressure to keep those outside runs on that short yardage at bay.
44, Landon Hurst on for the extra point, the left footer. Low snap, good hold. Kick is on its way, and it is good. 7:48 to play in the first. Central 7 to Muskie 6. We're going to take a timeout. This is Muskie football powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
Muskie fans, while construction is underway on the new Community Healthcare Muscatine Clinic, CHC is still accepting new patients at their current Muscatine Medical and Dental Clinic locations. From chronic disease management to pediatric well visits and dental exams, CHC sees patients of all ages. Virtual telehealth appointments are also available. To schedule a medical, dental, or behavioral health appointment, call the CHC Muscatine Clinics at 563-327-2140. Community Healthcare Muscatine. Every age, every income, everyone. Proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
The Muscatine High School fall sports season is underway. Muskie athletics are competing week in and week out. From the gridiron and the courts to cross country and golf courses, even to the pool, the Muskies are doing their best to win for their school, their team, and themselves. Find all the sports schedules on the Muscatine Community School District website. And don't forget, you can hear all the football games home and away right here on KWPC, the official radio broadcast partner of the Muskies.
This is Muskie football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Welcome back to Muskie football, the Beck Insurance broadcast booth, and Hurst kicks it through the end zone. Another Big Cat Energy kickoff. As Landon Hurst with a good kickoff. 7:48 to play in the first. Central with the 64-yard touchdown drive, capped off with a big pass play from Tony Walker to Saden Williams, and after the 5-yard penalty, Saden Williams on the jet sweep goes 6 yards over right tackle for the touchdown, and they lead the Muskies 7-6.
Yeah, that's a big response from Davenport Central. They're able to come down, march down the field, obviously on the back of the big pass play, which is tremendous catch by the kid, with the Williams kid. But now the Muskies going to have to run some offense in earnest here, not starting inside the red zone, starting way down at the other end of the field, see if we can put some things together against Davenport Central now.
Muskies take over on their 20 for their second possession. Motion man is Glenn. He's going to get the toss. Collin over the right side, and he gets a couple yards out to the 22. It'll be 2nd and 8 Muskies.
Great job by Gavin Wade there at the point of attack.
And now we got a flag, and it's going to be an unsportsmanlike, I believe, on Central. Something was said, and the umpire in the middle of the field just threw a flag 15 yards in the air.
Yeah, he did. They look like old Johnny Hagmeyer there throwing no-limit softball pitches.
So we'll see who it is. Somebody said a magic word. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. On Central.
And that's just a killer. You have a big drive. You come down, you score. The kickoff, it comes out to the 20, and Muscatine's got to go a long way. And now you're just going to give them 15 free yards and a first down when it would have been 2nd and 8. And as we've talked about all year, our offense is a lot better when it's operating on 2nd and 3rd down in medium to short range. So, big break for the Muskies. And that's just the kind of stuff sometimes it seems to follow you around when you've got one win.
That'll push it out to the 37-yard line, so it's 1st and 10 Muskies on their own 37. Great field position here. Senior night at Muscatine Community Stadium.
Nice chance to recognize, obviously, the football seniors we talked about, but as you mentioned in the pregame, all the seniors for the fall sports and activities.
Yep. First down Muskies. Curtis under center. He's going to give to Ryland. Seth cuts it back. He's hit hard in the hole. He's going to gain a couple out to the 40. We're going to call it actually 2 yards to the 39. 2nd and 8 again.
Yeah, it looked like maybe it was just a double team there at the point of contact, with the idea being one of the blockers would slide off to the next level. Unfortunately, they both seemed to slide to the next level, leaving the central defender available to make the play on Ryland, who just couldn't get his feet going quick enough.
Xavier Williams came up with a big hit, and now he limps off. 2nd down and 8 for the Muskies. Ryland and Glenn in the backfield. Wade wing right. And this one's going to be play action. Curtis rolls around to his left, going to fire. Got a man, Roberts, and it drops it at the 48. He had a lot of room to run. Good-looking play there, Ben.
Yeah, Roberts is clearly bummed, and I don't blame him. It was great play. Great pass from the quarterback, and he just needs to snag that, and he's still running if he makes the catch. But sometimes if you're open enough, you get a little too excited. So good play call, but good play design. Davenport Central run a 6-2, only got 3 defensive backs. You can run those guys off, and there should be space to the outside of some of that play action.
3rd down and 8 Muskies now. Their own 39. Wiseman wide left on 3rd down.
Here comes the blitz.
They're showing blitz, and there's a give to Wade over the left side. Gavin cuts it up. He's out to the 44. Going to gain 4, and that'll bring up 4th down and 3 for the Muskies. And there's an injured Blue Devil on the play. It's Cameron Tate.
We've got the ability to quick kick. I'll tell you what I like in this situation, especially because you're getting a free timeout. I like coming out on an offensive set. If you want to punt this ball, come out on an offensive set. Let's go on 2. They've already showed a little bit of lack of discipline. If you don't get the jump, just have a signal that you call out, then we'll drop back and do the punt. But give yourself a chance to pick up a cheap first down here without too much risk.
I like it. Coach dialing one up from the box. And Tate walks off. Looks like he's going to be okay. 4th and 3 Muskies. Bringing their offense out here. Let's see if Central. Oh, looks like Muskies are lining up
on the field. Snap it. Oh.
And now they go gun. You're right, Ben. They ushered him out. Curtis going to kick this one away, a low kick, but it's going to be a great roll for the Muskies. Inside the 20 and still rolling, and down right there at the 16-yard line. Curtis with a nice kick. Central will take over right there from their own 16. 6:08 to play in the first. A lot of action so far. Central leads the Muskies 7-6.
Yeah, big stop here coming up for the defense. Hopefully, great first drive. Stop by the Muskie defense. Gave up the big pass play in the second drive to put points on the board for Central. Really need to dial up a stop here, get that ball back, give your offense a chance to get back out on the field. After a nice punt, as you said, pretty good starting field position for the Muskie defense.
Morrison and Johnson split left for Central on first down from their 16. Tony Walker gets it. He rolls to his right. He's going to keep it. He's to the 15, 20, and up the sideline and over the 25. Going to get a first down for the Blue Devils.
Well, and you've got, so there they ran trips to the opposite side, a tight end to the side he went and booted on. You got to have somebody with that outside contain, somebody that's outside that. If you're not going to be outside the tight end, then you got to have a corner who says, hey, if that tight end blocks down on my defensive lineman and that quarterback gets outside that tight end, then I'm coming up right now. That's just too soft of an edge. I'm sure the Muskies will figure that out and get that squared away a little bit.
Gain of 11, first down Central. They're on 27. Twins to the right. Johnson left. There's a flare out, incomplete. Way off the mark. It's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, that's the old Green Bay Packers Devontae Adams play. Just get that ball out there in the flat quick and let an athlete be an athlete. But you got to complete the pass.
For sure. Where's he at now, the Rams?
Yes, yeah. Rams. Do you think they keep moving that Taco Bell to each new house he buys in that new city, or do they just...
Okay, I enjoyed the Rodgers celebration hit by his own lineman last night. That was awesome. I don't think the Bears hit him that hard in 15 years. There's a run over right tackle out over the 30. It's going to be a gain of about 5. It'll be second down. The ball carrier that time, Isaac Leba.
Yeah, I've never seen a 370-pound man feel about 6 inches tall. I think after he got up and Rodgers got on him. That was an exciting game last night. I like following Rodgers. I like the Steelers, Mike Tomlin, those guys that just couldn't pull it out.
Flacco's amazing from the recliner to the field. 3rd and 6, and there's a pop fly down the left side for Morrison, incomplete.
Yeah,
and there's a late flag. They're going to call a flag for interference on Manton, and that's going to be inside the 35, but in high school, it's just going to be a penalty from the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Jerry did a nice job running with him. Just too much hand fighting, and when they both go down, I don't think Jerry caused it to go down, but when you got your hands on a guy and you both go down, you look guilty. Yep. You might not have been guilty, but you look guilty, and they're going to throw that flag most of the time on you.
So 3rd down and 6 turns into a 1st down after the pass interference call. And we got the officials mic'd up tonight, man. This is cool. We've seen it at a few other stadiums. I can't remember it here, so this is good. 1st down. 46-yard line where Central will get it. This drive started on their own 16. 2 receivers to the right. And now we've got a flag. Looks like a false start.
Yeah, good news for us because we did not have the C gap covered and that quarterback was coming. And as you said, that their quarterback, Jaleel Tony Walker, I believe is their leading rusher.
Yes. Good athlete. Just a junior, 5'9", 160.
Well, and that's so critical. When you run this offense with that pistol or that shotgun, having a quarterback that can pull that ball and be dangerous just really makes the whole thing work.
1st and 15 now for the Blue Devils. Walker's going to keep it. Muskie string him out. He's not going to gain much. Out back to the 40. Colin Glenn blew that up, and the troops came a-coming.
Yeah, and good thing, because, again, a little bit of athleticism you talked about was on display there as he put a little stop move on, but Glenn's held him up enough that the rest of the cavalry can show up and take him down. And, again, good response here. Now, 2nd and long, we know they're going to throw the ball. You're going to bring pressure. You're going to drop guys in coverage. But you got to figure out a way to take away this deep ball they've had some success with so far tonight.
Going to call a loss of 1, so it's 2nd down and 16. Now for the Blue Devils, their own 40-yard line. 4:40 and ticking here in the 1st. Central 7 and the Muskies 6. Leba in the backfield with Tony Walker. Walker back to pass, sets, rushes on. Now he dances out. Roberts in pursuit.
The pressure.
He avoids it, looks downfield, going to take a shot downfield for Morrison, and it's incomplete. There's a penalty again, pass interference at the 20-yard line. And the problem there, Ben, as you can see it, the balls are being underthrown, so when the receiver stops, our D-backs don't have a whole lot of choice but to run into them if their head's not turned around.
Yeah, and I thought, and there's no face guarding, of course, here. That's not a penalty they call in high school, but you're right. If the guy's not turned around to look at the ball, he might run the receiver. For me, that was a little soft. Maybe that's the defensive coach in me. I don't, the one prior, I think, was definitely you're going to get that call every time, and I don't disagree with that. But this one, a little soft on the Muskies, a little unfortunate. Again, I thought, as we talked about, Walker, nice job to avoid what was a great Muskie rush, got to the edge and kind of heaved that thing up, and they were able to make a play and get a big penalty on the Muskies.
So it's a 15-yarder, and that'll bring up 2nd and 1. They are not automatic first downs either in high school. So it's 2nd down and 1 Central, now on the Muskie 45-yard line. Tony Walker gets it, gives to Leba over the right, so he's going to get a first down and hit hard at the 39. Gain of 6, first down Blue Devils. He runs hard in the hole there.
Yeah, really quick hitter play, got right through, and as you said, good hard downfield running by the Central back there. And I wouldn't be surprised to see him put this ball back up in the air, man. A lot of success.
Down to the 38. We'll call it a gain of 7. Hendricks now wide to the left for the Blue Devils. And Morrison to the right. Hendricks goes in motion on first down.
They're going to have to reset. They got people moving all over the place.
And now Tony Walker gets it. He runs to his left. It's a keeper. And the Muskies string it out. Jerry Manton, the freshman, with a great open field tackle. Hold him to a short gain.
Yeah, nice job there. Quarterback, design quarterback keeper. Give your best athlete the ball. Get him out in space. Jerry comes up. Nice job to make the play. Spun his helmet off. Was going to have to come out and set out a play.
Curtis runs on the field to take his spot for a play or two. Gain of 1, second down and 9, Davenport Central. Blue Devils, 2 receivers to the right. And there's give to Leva, and he struck out. Glennon Roberts take him down for a big loss.
Yeah, they just beat their offensive lineman off the ball there, Brian, and there was nowhere for the Central back to go. It was just cleanup time for the Muskies. Great play.
Loss of 8, and that'll bring up 3rd and 17 for Central. 7-6 Blue Devils. 2:55 and counting in the first quarter. Throughout the game, Ben Nitzel will give not only his favorite playing moments as a senior in high school, but all the moments he watched as a kid coming to Muskie games. Back to pass, Tony Walker rushes on. He flares it out, incomplete in the flat. It was intended for Leba, and that'll bring up 4th down and 17.
Thought we might have a chance for a pick there. Instead went for the safe play and made the tackle. I like that. Good job. Hopefully the Muskies get the ball back here. Central's doing a lot of subbing. Looks like they're going to bring out the punt team, as you said. Well, now maybe the offense is on the field.
Jerome Bahati is in to punt.
Nope.
Curtis was deep, but
now we got nobody.
On 4th and 7.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
On the Ocho. There's the approach and the kick. The Muskies blocked his first one, and it's going to hit at the 10. Boy, it's a good punt. And it's going to drop dead.
Punt.
Oh, they did not. They did.
But they touched it first. Is that the rule? Or that might be the rule here.
But I thought you had to down it. Maybe not, because that ball got away from him, and now it's going to be spotted at the 8-yard line. Great punt for Central. The Muskies will take over first down on their own 8. Hope you're enjoying this broadcast tonight. MPW Channel 5. Justin Miller, the video producer. Is that his title, Justin? I don't know if you can hear me, but he's the one giving you the video feed.
Justin's brother Jack recognized tonight's senior golfer.
And now there is a correction by the officials. I thought it should be a touchback, and it is. So the Muskies will start at their own 20.
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense.
First down, Muskies are on 20-yard line.
Caught a little break there because they had us dead to rights.
Absolutely. 2 receivers left and right for the Muskies. Ryland behind Curtis in the pistol on first down. Back to pass, Curtis. Flares out to Ryland. Incomplete. Almost intercepted.
No. It was intercepted.
But it is complete.
Oh, did he catch it?
Well, the Muscatine guy caught it on the deflection, and that's Eagle.
Oh, great play
and
by Eagle.
It's a loss of 10, but boy, number 1 for Central. Marcus Burton had it, and it popped out of his arms, and Eagle caught it for the Muskies. He's going to be a 10-yard loss back to the 10.
That's a phenomenal play by Sean Eagle there. I mean, I thought for sure that kid was taking that ball to the house. He only had to go another 6 yards, and Eagle grabs that away from him and saves the touchdown. What a tremendous play from him.
And now they're calling incomplete pass. So it's 2nd and 10.
Second down.
It's been a wild ride on the calls early in this one.
Yeah, a little bit of a different sequence.
We'll take it, though.
Yeah,
Don't get
for
me wrong.
sure.
They've both been in our favor. 2nd and 10 Muskies are on 20-yard line. Butson wide left. 3 backs behind Curtis. And the deep back Wade's going to get over the left side, and he's stacked up. Gavin going to gain a couple to the 22, and it'll be 3rd and 8.
Yeah, 3rd and 8 here now. You figure out what are you going to do. I don't think play action is going to be very, very effective here because they kind of will expect the pass, maybe come out and spread and throw something. Could run a screen.
Robertson Wade, wing left. Hubbs and Ryland behind Curtis on 3rd and 8. And there's a play action roll out to the right for Curtis. Gage looks downfield, throws to Roberts, overshoots him at the 30, and it's going to be 4th and 8 Muskies. They'll kick this away.
Yeah, that did not fool Central there. Everybody was covered up, and they expected the pass.
4th and 8 Muskies. Gage Curtis will kick this one away, and it'll be Giovanni Hazlett and TK Morrison. And it looks like Morrison going to be the deep man now. Muskies with some big plays on it. A block punt led to their first touchdown.
Yeah, early fireworks. Game has slowed a little since then.
Curtis in punt formation. Good snap. Gage steps into this one. Low kick. Going to take a Muskie. Hop Morrison at the 43. He cuts to the outside, midfield, 45, 40 down the sideline. Look out. 57-yard punt return for a touchdown. TK Morrison, a low kick, a high bounce, and once he got a block on the right side, he was gone. And just like that, Central, with 1:11 to play in the first, leads the Muskies 13-6.
Yeah, just not a great spread from the Muskie punt coverage there. And as you said, he kind of beat the gunner, which those are the first 2 guys that come from either side down the field. It was a really fortuitous bounce to him. He grabs it, able to beat the gunner outside, and then there was just nobody. There was a Central kid out there looking for a pancake block, and there was no one showed up to even be blocked.
Yeah, everybody seemed to be sucked inside there. You're right, Ben. Hurst on for the PAT. Hazlett will hold. There's a good snap and a good hold, and the kick by Hurst is good. 1:11 to play in the first, and Central leads the Muskies 14-6, and that was a 57-yard punt return for TK Morrison for a touchdown after the Muskies 3 and out there. And Ben, just like that, the Muskies jumped out in front, 6-zip, missed the PAT with 9:28 to play in the first after the block punt. Central now has tacked on 2 touchdowns. With 1:11 to play in the first, they lead 14-6.
Yeah, 2 big special teams plays, both on punts, have sort of been the tail of the tape here in this game so far. And again, I like that quick kick. We do it so well for the most part, especially with Gage Curtis's ability to kick. But that is the one downside, is because you're going out of an offensive formation, your guys have very narrow splits. Everybody's kind of in the middle. And Central, TK, tremendous athlete, gets to the outside, and we just couldn't spread in time. And he made us pay.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Muskie Football, powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
KWPC K236CF Muscatine. From the Retirement Resource Group and Becky Insurance Studios, this is Muskie Football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Landon Hurst lining up another Big Cat Energy kickoff. The Muskies with Colin Glenn and Seth Ryland deep at their 5-yard line. Here's the approach by Hurst, and it's a low kick, but it's Glenn over the shoulder at the 3, Colin to the right. He's to the 15, to the 20, cuts to the outside, taking the ball on the ground. Fumble, and Central pounces on this one. And they're going to recover that at the 27-yard line of Muscatine. I wasn't sure if he got horse collared there, but must not have been.
No, I think they got him by the foot and pulled him. I do think he's making the case, and I agree with him. I think the ground caused that fumble. There was nobody had a hand on the ball. They were just tackling him by the foot. I think as he hits the ground, that ball pops out. That's not how the officials saw it, and unfortunately that's going to be a first down for Davenport Central.
Big turnover there for the Muskies, and Central in business again. First down on the Muskie 27-yard line, 1:04 to play in the first.
And really going to need something special out of the defense here.
Turnover would be in order. Hutchison in the backfield. He gets the ball on first down. He powers his way inside the 20. Tough run to the 19, a gain of 8. That'll bring up second down and 2.
And as you had said early on, and was it week 1 or week 2, their best runner from last year here for this Davenport Central team had transferred over to Davenport North. But still, they're having some success on the ground.
Ran several guys. 2nd and 2 now for the Muskie 19. This could be the last play of the first quarter. Tony Walker and Hutchison in the backfield, and this is going to be Hutchison again. He cuts it back. He's going to get a first down near the 15. Taken down on the play. It looks like Colin Glenn made a lot of tackles early on. That's a 4-yard gain, first down Central at the Muskie 15.
And as you said, we'll see. They don't have to run a play. Looks like they might anyway.
Clock at 15 here in the first. Tony Walker and Hutchison. He's got 2 receivers to the right. There's a give again. Hutchison over the left side. Powers down to about the 12. Short gain of 3. And Wade in on the stop. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Davenport Central 14 and the Muskies 6. This is Muskie football powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
Go Muskies! At Becky Insurance and Financial Services, we don't just sell insurance, we simplify it. From life and disability insurance, group benefits and ACA marketplace plans, to expert Medicare guidance, we've got you covered. As an independent agency, we offer personalized options from trusted carriers focused on what's right for you. What's right for you is our only concern.
Call 563-263-9700 or visit BeckyINS.com today. Becky Insurance and Financial Services. Coverage you can count on, advice you can trust.
For over 45 years, Muskie fans have trusted Community Bank and Trust with all their banking needs. And now with their mobile app and online banking, you can manage accounts and apply for loans anytime without ever losing that hometown touch. Their team provides personal service for all of your banking needs, including trust services. Visit any one of their 5 locations or online at COMMBK.net. Because at Community Bank and Trust, it's not just about banking, it's about you. They put people first. Member FDIC and proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
This is Muskie football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Welcome back to Muskie football from the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. Brian Musell, the coach, Ben Nitzel, and Connor Kenny live from Muscatine Community Stadium. 1 quarter in the books, and it's Davenport Central 14 and the Muskies 6. Central in business. They've got 2nd down and 7 from the Muscatine 12-yard line as we open play here in the second quarter.
Well, and you talked about this group of seniors, man. What an opportunity for a senior to stamp his name on this game right now defensively and make something happen.
There's a give to Hutchison again, straight up the gut. The Muskies are there. Colin Glenn again in on the stop along with Chevy Ryder, and it's going to be a gain of 2. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5 just inside the Muskie 10.
Glenn and Ryder.
And it's just hard when things aren't going your way overall for a season. It can be a mental game here. The Muskies need a spark.
Hutchison and Tony Walker in the backfield. Muskies showing blitz.
Showing no down linemen. Why don't... So like a Todd Wheeler creation here.
3rd and 5. Tony Walker back. He's going to keep it. And he cuts to the outside. The Muskies are going to string him down short of the first down. Glenn again on a great open field tackle. It's going to be 4th and 1 at the 6, and I'm sure they'll go for this.
Yeah, Coach always had some unique things dialed up that he saw in different places. And there we had no down linemen, Coach, and we just bringing everybody in different gaps and trying to confuse them. And here we go, 4th and short. What a big stop opportunity for the Muskies.
4th down and 1. Big play for both teams. Hopefully the Muskies can hold here. Opportunity. Hutchison right behind Tony Walker. He's going to keep it on the sneak, and he's going to dive close to the end zone. He's going to get a first down to the 1. Gain of 5. It'll be 1st and goal now for Davenport Central. This drive started on the Muskie 27-yard line after the fumble on the kick return.
1st and goal.
First down and goal Central, Muskie 1-yard line.
2 in the backfield, maybe a little sneak here. Nope.
There's Hutchison straight up the gut, and we got a flag, and it's probably another procedure. And it's going to be an offsides on the Muskies, so this will be half the distance. So now they're about 1.5 feet away from the end zone.
My daughter missed a bus to a volleyball game, and it was in Wilton. I told her, if you're going to miss a bus to a game, thank God it was in Wilton. That's how I feel about this offsides penalty.
Yeah.
If you're going to get dinged for offsides, might as well be on the 1 because you're only giving up 6 inches.
I think you start running and get there by game time.
That's right. Loosen up.
There's a give to Hutchison.
Oh, what a hit.
What a hit in the hole. But he powers his way, and it looks like he may be in. We'll see. No signal, and there it is. Touchdown. Boy, big hit. Who was that Muskie that really brought it?
Hutchison, the ball carrier, touchdown.
But it is a touchdown as Beckham Hutchison, a 1-yard touchdown run for Central, and with 10:16 to play here in the first half, they lead the Muskies now 20-6.
Yeah, I couldn't see. It was too many. It was even with the binoculars, it was hard to see what was going on there. But boy, you could hear the hit, and they just came up there. It might have been Kai Kalin that came through the hole there and put the big lick on, but the Central kid, that's why you always tell your runners, keep your legs driving. He was able to sustain that hit and just fall forward and get the TD.
There is an injured Muskie on the field, and I think it could be Jackson Evans. And it's not, you're right, it is Kai Kalin. Tough kid all season long, and he's up, and he's going to be okay. Tough hit in the hole there. Hutchison gets it into the end zone, but it wasn't easy. And with 10:16 to play in the half, it's Central 20 and the Muskie 6. Hurst will come on for the PAT. Hazlett will hold. Well, you're not going to get much pressure up the gut here. Good snap, good hold, and the kick by Hurst is on its way. And it is good. 10:16 to play in the half. 21-6 Central. This is Muskie football, powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
From the first down to the final drive, Edmore Chevy Buick GMC in Muscatine has your back with truck month savings of $11,000 off a new 2026 GMC Sierra Crew Cab, or $10,000 off a new 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab, and 0.9% APR financing is here. The drive starts here at Edmore Chevy Buick GMC in Muscatine. Chevy, together, let's drive. Select models approve credit discounts from MSRP. Financing terms vary, plus tax, tag, title, registration fees. Not all will qualify. See dealer for details.
The Muscatine High School fall sports season is underway. Muskie athletics are competing week in and week out. From the gridiron and the courts to cross country and golf courses, even to the pool, the Muskies are doing their best to win for their school, their team, and themselves. Find all the sports schedules on the Muscatine Community School District website. And don't forget, you can hear all the football games home and away right here on KWPC, the official radio broadcast partner of the Muskies.
This is Muskie football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Welcome back to Muskie football from the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. Brian Musell, Ben Nitzel from Muscatine Community Stadium, and Central goes 27 yards after the fumbled kickoff, and it's punched in from 1 yard out from running back Beckham Hutchison. And the extra point is good. They lead the Muskies 21-6, and now Landon Hurst on for another Big Cat Energy kickoff, and Glenn and Ryland stand at their own 5 to receive it. Hurst with the boot, and it's a low kick, and it's going to be Glenn at about his 7. Colin goes to the left. He's at the 15 to the 20, gets to the edge, 25-30, 35-40 down the sideline and bumped out of bounds near midfield, and there's a late flag thrown by the referee at about the 42-yard line. So we'll see who this is on. Normally that's a block in the back or a hold on the kick return, but we'll see.
It was in that area where you usually see that.
Nice return by Colin Glenn on near midfield, but it's going to come back.
Yeah, so good on the edge. Colin's really been a weapon all year on those.
One kickoff earlier against Iowa City West of 95 yards for a score. And it's going to be personal foul.
Chop block?
Chop block. Yep, on the Muskies. All season long, folks, great sponsors, Muscatine Power and Water. Catch all of the home games live, like tonight on MPW TV Channel 5. Skinny's Barbecue. Stop in to see Iowa's #1 pulled pork sandwich. Taste it. Good stuff. Vision Center PC, only the finest care locations of Muscatine, Tipton, and Solon. All Seasons Glass, residential and commercial glass, mirror, and screen replacement. Booties on the Avenue, all-star menu, atmosphere and staff. Meineke Car Care Center. Stop in to see Mason and Todd for your car care needs. Muskie's 3 receivers to the right on first down from their own 28. Curtis rolls to his right. Looks downfield. He's complete to Butson. Levi out over the 35 and near the 40 before he's taken down. It looks like he's going to be real close to the first down. And he did get it. First down, Muskies. And that's another community healthcare first down.
Yeah, great little catch there by the senior in space. Catches it, turns it upfield. Nice job by Levi.
9:58 and ticking first half. Central 21 and the Muskies 6. 3 receivers to the left now for the Muskies. Ryland behind Curtis on first down. Curtis gets it. He rolls to his left this time. Looks, fires, got a man, Gabor, and it's complete out over the 40. And it's going to be a short gain out to about the 43. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
And I'll tell you, going back to that kickoff, you don't see a lot of chop block calls on the kickoff, but that did feel like a Big Cats kickoff special there with the chop block call.
2nd and 6 down Muskies. They're on 43-yard line. 3 backs behind Curtis. There's a give. This one's Wade over the right side. He's going to be hit hard in the hole. Going to be a short gain. Nice play by Wislander, their leading tackler.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, you called in the pregame. That kid's had the most tackles all year for the Blue Devils and came flying up through the gap there to make the play.
Gain of 2 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 4 Muskies at the 45. Third down 4 Muskies. Butson wide left. Wade wing right. Ryland and Hubbs in the backfield. Curtis gets it. Play action. Rolls to his left. Looks downfield. Gage looks, fires, and it's complete over midfield to Roberts into a tight window there. First down Muskies, another community healthcare first down.
Yeah, Curtis put it right where it needed to be. Good catch there by Robertson. By Roberts, just a little bit of difficulty there, and it seemed like a little bit of somebody who was miscommunicating. We had 2 dudes in the same spot, which is why it was such a tight window. But man, great play by both the throw and the catch there under duress. First down, huge first down for the Muskies.
Huge first down, 7 yards. And first down Muscatine on the Central 48. 8:40 and ticking in the first half. Blue Devils 21 and the Muskies 6. Gabor wide right for the Muskies and 3 backs behind Gage. Curtis gets it tossed to Wade over the right side. Gavin gets to the edge, 45 and brought down inside the 45 to the 43. Gain of 5, 2nd and 5.
Well, and you like to see that there. You've got James Roberts, who makes the big first down catch the play before. Now this play, he's the point of attack blocker, gets his man sealed, sets up the big 5-yard run to bring up a very manageable 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 Muskie. Wiseman runs on the field with a play here. Ben, you have a favorite moment when you were a kid? Which one of your uncles did you prefer to watch play football?
Well, I think I only had one that played, so.
Well, it was on the team.
Yeah, fair.
There's a motion, man. There's a give. This one's going to go to Ryland. Seth, he gets hit. Seth breaks a tackle. He got hit at the 41 and kept fighting down to the 39. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1.
You know, I really didn't know I wanted to be a football player until I saw my Uncle Jim in that sparkling number 40 run that. Now, I didn't realize he was just bringing water out. I thought he was actually going into the game. But despite that, it was really, it meant a lot to me and inspired me to want to play.
I'm speechless. I asked a question. I deserve that. 3rd down and 1. Muskies on the Central 39-yard line. 7 minutes to play in half.
It was that or twirl the rifle. It was a tough choice.
Looks like Central's lined up offsides. Ryland gets it up the gut, and he's going to get a first down. Tough run by Seth.
That's a great run by Seth. I'll tell you, he was getting contacted just after getting the ball. They brought some pressure from the outside. Number 28 got his hands around his hips. Ryland able to run through that and get a huge first down for the Muskies. And let's be honest here, this is a big drive. This really feels like, you know, with the way things have gone for the season, with the score as it is, this really needs to be you don't want to put, you know, too dramatic, but this really feels like we need to get some points out of this drive here.
Ryland with a 2-yard run, another community healthcare first down for the Muskies. 1st and 10 on the Central 37. 6.5 to play first half. And you're right, big drive for the Muskie offense. Trips left. Curtis rolls to his left, looks downfield. Gage stops. Now he's going to keep it. 35, dancing to the 30. Boy, hit hard from behind. Good gain on the play, and there's a flag in the backfield where a holding normally is.
Yeah, and that was Hazlett.
Connor Kenny thinks it's a block in the back.
Giovanni Hazlett came from out of nowhere and just smacked Curtis down. But Curtis, good, tough kid.
It's a spot foul. The ref has it at the 43, so we'll see what the call is here.
Yeah, interesting play there. You've got 3 receivers out to the offensive left. You've got your best receiver at tight end there for Roberts, and he stays in and blocks. See what you can get.
Block in the back. Connor Kenny called it. Some of the fans in front
took exception. Did not
like that.
Did not agree.
And they're going to march this one back
And puts the ball back to the 47. It's first
to the 47-yard line. So it's 1st and 20 for the Muskies now, back on their own, or the Central 47. Wade wing left. Now the Muskies flip their line, and now it's a give in the backfield. Hubbs gets it, breaks a tackle. Wislander, though, gets him by the ankles to the ground. Gain of 5, 2nd and 15.
Hubbs, the ball carrier, by Wislander.
What do you think here, Brian? Looks like this is sort of tailor-made for a screen pass.
Could be a screen.
Problem is you got a couple slow kids on that decentral line that may not rush upfield. So I don't know if I'd run the middle screen.
I'm a gambler, Ben. I go 4 verticals here and just let it chuck it.
Well,
let's go.
I didn't say what I pick. I'm just saying, what do you think we're running? For me, chair routes.
Chair routes, of course. Or reverse chair routes. Trips left.
Call that a stool.
And there's Curtis rolling to his left. Looks downfield, got a man, Hubbs! And it's incomplete. Griffin turned right at the last minute. The ball was just outside of his reach. It'll be 3rd and 15.
Well, it wasn't quite the 3 verticals you wanted, but it was 3 or 4 verticals. It was 3 deep routes, though, there. We'll see here, 3rd and 15. And it feels like at this point in the game, obviously we're just up here as knuckleheads, but feels like this could be 2-down territory. Maybe you run some guys vertical, run some underneath, try to get half this, and make it a manageable 4th down. Or get lucky, break a tackle, and pick it up, you know. That's always an option.
Gabor and Hubbs left. Motion man is Wade on 3rd and 15. There's a high snap. Gage gets it, flares it out to Gabor. He's at the 40, cuts it back inside the 40 to about the 36. So the Muskies will have 4th and 9, and I'm sure they will go for this, Ben.
Well, you would think so. To me, if you're going to run the slip screen like that, the outside slip screen, that says you're going for it. That's your intent.
4th down and 9 Muskies after the gain of 6 from Curtis to Ryland Gabor. And now there's a timeout Muscatine. 4:41 to play in the half, 21-6 Central. This is Muskie football powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
For over 45 years, Muskie fans have trusted Community Bank and Trust with all their banking needs. And now with their mobile app and online banking, you can manage accounts and apply for loans anytime without ever losing that hometown touch. Their team provides personal service for all of your banking needs, including trust services. Visit any one of their 5 locations or online at COMMBK.net. Because at Community Bank and Trust, it's not just about banking, it's about you. They put people first. Member FDIC and proud supporter of Muskie Athletics. The Muscatine High School fall sports season is underway. Muskie athletics are competing week in and week out. From the gridiron and the courts to cross country and golf courses, even to the pool, the Muskies are doing their best to win for their school, their team, and themselves. Find all the sports schedules on the Muscatine Community School District website. And don't forget, you can hear all the football games home and away right here on KWPC, the official radio broadcast partner of the Muskies.
This is Muskie Football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Welcome back to Muskie Football from the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. Brian Mussel, the coach, Ben Netzel, and the Muskies trail Davenport Central 21-6. 4:41 to play in the half. They've got 4th and 9 from the Central 36 out of the timeout. Curtis back to pass. He rolls to his right, looks downfield, throws, and it's low, and it's incomplete off the turf. And it was completed out there for Gavin Wade, and the Muskies will turn it over on downs.
Yeah, I like the call there. Get your good athlete, your quarterback out into space. I don't know. I maybe could have even maybe tucked that and run. It looked like he had a little bit of space there, but goes for the pass. Just doesn't quite get it to him. But again, I think that in that situation, given the score and given the time, that's a must go. And I also like Coach taking a time out there. Get your best play called. I think that was a good play call. Had some options. Just couldn't quite make it work, but you got the play call you wanted. You had your shot, and now leave it up to the defense. Try to get something going here. Try to make something happen.
1st and 10 Central, their own 36. And there's a keeper by Tony Walker. Straight up the gut out over the 40 to about the 42. And it looks like Carango and Eagle in on the stop for the Muskies. Going to be a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3.
On the 43, 2nd and 3.
Central using at least 4 backs here in the first half. Rotating a lot of bodies in. Hendricks wide left now, along with Morrison. And there's a give to Tate. He's going to be swallowed up on a great play in the backfield. Colin Glenn blew that one up. And a big loss on 2nd down.
Yeah, he just slipped through the line untouched there, just based on his speed and the way he was able to get off the ball, and found himself in the backfield, made the tackle. Great play.
It's actually Saden Williams, and he's going to lose 6 yards, and that'll bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 8 from the 38.
Really big stop here if the Muskies can get a big stop. Running just kind of run everybody standing up here.
Back to pass, Tony Walker flares out, got a man, and it's complete. He's going to get a 1st down and taken down at about the 48. That's Messiah Johnson on the reception. So a 1st down, going to be a gain of 10 yards with 3:17 to play in the half.
Well, I think there you either want to press up or you want to get those guys back at the yardstick and just tell them to have those quiet feet until the guy goes by, until it gets to you, because we were starting to back up, made it for an easy little hook route there.
There's Hazlett, the carrier, now over midfield, and he's going to gain about 4 yards to the Muskie 48, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 6.
Hazlett, the ball carrier. Muskie 14. 2nd and 6.
Stay tuned at the half for the CBI Bank and Trust halftime show. Hendricks wide left on 2nd and 6. Morrison in motion. He's going to, Tony fakes a handoff to him, and now he's going to be swallowed up. James Roberts had him initially. Eagle came in or took the ball away, but they're not going to call it a fumble, it looks like.
No, they didn't see it.
He took it out of there before he hit the turf. Good play by Eagle.
They're going to say, oh, that's a double whammy there. They're going to say stopped his forward momentum. So not only they're not going to give the Muskies the fumble, that's going to be the ball 4 yards forward.
So still a loss at 3. It'll be 3rd down and 9 now Central on their own 49.
Here we go again. Need a stop.
And now we've got a timeout, and it's going to be Davenport Central. 1:52 to play in the half. This season, every 1st down the Muskies get this season is brought to you by Community Healthcare. Every age, every income, everyone. And also all season long when the Muskies get inside their opponent's 20-yard line, They're in the Community Bank and Trust Red Zone. Community Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Thank you all season, folks, for your sponsorship of Muskie football. We've sure enjoyed bringing you this. Still have another half of football here after this, and a game next week at Liberty, which is, I'm looking forward to seeing the stadium. I've driven by it. The stadium looks
very
unbelievable.
Nice.
And
nice
then,
place.
Boy, that football team, they got some players. So we've seen a lot of talent across Eastern Iowa covering Muskie football this year, including our own. 3rd and 9, back to pass. Tony Walker rolls to his right, looks. There's a holding flag down, throws it up, and it's incomplete. Great defense that time for the Muskies by Rylan Gabor. So it'll be 4th and 9 unless the Muskies accept this penalty. And it's a hold.
Walker pass to David Morrison, incomplete.
And they're gonna
decline this. I think
decline this penalty, I would think.
Yeah, we've not played good enough pass coverage to accept this.
And it is declined. So Central should bring out their punt team. 1:46 to play in the half.
And
I thought maybe Central go back to the well there. They took that number 1 receiver out wide instead of running him, hard and then having him stop and try to just go for the first down. They go for the home run. Well, we had the home run covered last time. It's that turning our hips and going downfield with him that leaves that 10, 11, 12-yard pass open. They gave him the first down. Luckily, they got a little greedy. Good defensive coverage by the Muskies, and now we're going to get the ball back.
Bahidi stands on his 33 to punt. Curtis deep for the Muskies on his own 17-yard line.
Running forward.
There's a snap and there's the kick, a high short kick. And it hits a Central player at the 35, and he downs it right around the 40-yard line. So the Muskies a great field position with 1:35 to play here in the half.
Central got a little, I don't know if that was a Canadian foreign exchange student or what, but they had a kid just coming forward about 3 steps before they punted the ball. I don't think you could do that.
So they're going to spot it. This should be spotted at the 40, and it is, because it was not down where it hit the player. And there you have it. 1st and 10 Central on the 40.
1:35. Obviously getting huge chunks of yardage is not our specialty, but again, whatever you got in the playbook, now's the time. You got any exotics?
Scoreboard shows the Muskies at 3 timeouts, but I know they used 1, so they have 2.
Yeah, it should be 2 apiece, I believe, Brian.
Glenn goes in motion. He gets the toss.
There it
now
is,
he's
the
going to throw
exotics.
it. There's an exotic down the field, and it's incomplete. Boy, I love the play call, but it didn't fly. Colin Glenn always, when he goes in motion, almost always gets a toss for a run. That's a good call. Incomplete, though.
Yeah, great call. Let's bust it out. What do you got? That's, you need a big play, need a home run, maybe catch somebody napping. Central defender, give him credit, did a nice job, stayed with his receiver, which is his job. Made it a tough pass, but like the play call a lot.
2nd and 10 Muskies, their own 40-yard line. And now Wiseman goes wide right. Double wings for the Muskies. And Ryland in the backfield. Motion man Glenn. This time Ryland gets it over the right side. Seth cuts it back over the 45. A nice gain on 2nd down to the 48. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Great block there by center Jack Harfs. Again, great job stopping, snapping the ball all season long. Gets a good snap, gets that 2nd level, gets that linebacker pin. Helps turn that 2nd down into a nice gain for the Muskies.
Timeout Muscatine. 3rd and 2, their own 48-yard line. They have 1 left. They trail Central 21-6.
And again, high school football now, anytime you get a first down, you're going to get a stoppage of clock. It's going to take the officials a few seconds to get that lined up, so you can use that to your advantage. You just have to, this is where it becomes really incumbent on coaching in order to be ready with your next play. Have that next play ready to go. Can you get it in quickly? You can't take as much time as you normally take, or you're not going to get an opportunity to score this ball. So having that ready to go, maybe you're not doing as much substitutions. I'm not sure what their 2-minute drill looks like, but it really does. Kind of people think, oh, it's easy, but you got to make a call every single play. It's hard. It's hard to make those quick decisions, but a quick decision is better than trying to make the perfect decision, because you will run out of time if you're not careful.
Explained very well by the coach, Ben Nitzel. We come out of the timeout now. 2nd down, actually 3rd and 2. Muskies, their own 48-yard line. Big play here. Rylan Gabor Split wide left for the Muskies, and Glenn and Ryland in the backfield behind Curtis. Gage gets it. He rolls to his left, looks downfield, going to throw back to the right side for Glenn, and he catches it.
What a
catch by Colick. Oh, he drops it. Had it for a moment, lost control going to the turf on the far side. Be 4th and 2, but boy, I love that play call.
Yeah, a little throwback there. Had a step on the central defender. Thought he was going to pull in that fingertip catch, just couldn't quite hang on.
So 4th and 2 Muskies from the 48. Big play for the Muskie offense here to keep this thing moving. And now we've got a timeout Muscatine. That should be the 3rd and final timeout with 1:07 to play. In the half. Senior night here, Muscatine High School. Nice crowd on hand. Boy, we've had phenomenal weather for the home games this year. And just a terrific, all season long, actually, everywhere we've been, it's been great weather.
Yeah, really, really outstanding. No delays, no storms, no lightning, no cold and rain. Interesting here now, you've got 0 timeouts. Boy, I know the crowd's not going to like this, Brian, but boy, I would consider punting here. With no timeouts, you're not across at midfield. You've only got 1:07 left. You're not really an offense. I mean, if you're a no-huddle offense, you've got a little bit more options, but you're used to huddling. You're not, I don't know. I certainly wouldn't fault Coach for going for it if he wants to go for it. He took the timeout, but in this circumstance, I might, even down 21-6, I might consider punting and living to fight another day here, just knowing my likelihood of punching a touchdown.
Ben Nitzel got a little Kirk Ferentz in him here. Wants to punt on 4th and 2.
That's my favorite play
From
call.
Midfield.
Man, that's the defensive coach of me. Oh, my God, don't give him the ball on the 48.
Well, we'll know right away if Gage shifts back. So they got Butson wide right. And Curtis gets it, and he gives straight up the gut to Ryland. He's stacked up. He's fighting for yardage, and he's going to be stopped short of the first down, gain of 1. And that's why you said punt. And it's 4th down and 2, 1-yard run. Central takes over first down on the Muskie 49.
Well, listen, I can't predict if the play's going to work or not. I just think even if you get the first down there, you're fighting an uphill battle. You're a team that runs the plays in traditionally. You don't signal from the sideline. You got a lot of distance to go. You're not really geared for that pick 50 yards up in a minute with the clock running type offense. So, hard to say. If they pick it up, maybe they go down and score, and then I look like a buffoon. So it's easy to make a call up here.
So first down Central, the Muskie 49, 1:01 to play in the half. They go empty, and they have 2 timeouts.
You got to tell your defensive backs here, though. They are going to go, oh, my God, this is confusion.
And there's Tony Walker on the keep, straight up the gut, and he's down inside the 40, close to a first down. And I think he may have had it. I think he has it, so we'll see. If so, they stop the clock. Yeah, and they do. It's a first down Central on the Muskie 39.
39.
Now, again, they're still running guys in. Now, they should have 2 timeouts. Clock starts again.
Clock's running, and they huddle up. First down on the Muskie 39 as we approach halftime here.
Empty set again.
Empty. Tony Walker. And now motion man is Williams.
We're running
back
straight.
The pass blitz is on. They're going to get him. Takes him down at the 45. Caleb Galt, Eagle. And it looks like Glenn all in on the play, and a timeout Central after a 6-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 16 from the 45 with 29 seconds left in the half.
Yeah, it took a little bit of time to get that timeout. This timeout's huge for us too. We had a little bit of confusion there. We brought 6. I like the aggressiveness, but we did not have 5. That means you got to have 5 guys locked up man to man, and that was not the case. Now, luckily, we had all the deep guys locked up, but the kid running the flare route out of the backfield, there was nobody that was responsible for him. His kid was playing zone on the other side of the field. So, opportunity for the Muskies here. Figure out who you got. If you're going to run man, fair enough. Might put your guys closer to where the defensive or the offensive receivers are. I don't mind that, but get your guys marked up here and make sure everybody knows who they've got.
2nd and 16 Central from the Muskie 45. 29 seconds left.
Don't want to give up a cheap one.
And they lead the Muskies 21-6. Central has 2 receivers to the left. And now Hendricks and Morrison, they're on the wrong side of the field.
They're going to have an ineligible receiver.
I think they're a man short too, Ben. I think they're a man
I
short.
think so. They got to be.
I think they have 10 guys on the field. They throw it to Morrison. He drops it at the 30.
And to me, that should be a flag because they are a man short, which means they didn't have enough men on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. They were a man short, and they had 2 receivers, a tight end, 1 running back.
Yeah. So that should have been a penalty there because they didn't have 7 on the line. Because when those 2 kids shifted from the left to the right, neither one of them got on the line of scrimmage. You only got 1 tight end.
Kind of a tough play call coming out of a timeout. There were enough guys on the field. St. Williams now runs out. 3rd and 16 for the Muskie 45.
That's the beauty.
Play clock. They may have to burn another one here. Down to 7. We'll see if they get this one off. And now there's a motion, a lot of motion here. Yeah. There's a give. This one is to Hendricks over the left side. He's going to be taken down inside the 40-39. Gain of 6. And we'll see if they
not taking the timeout.
out.
No, that'd be stupid. You got to take at least a shot, right? Are they going to let it go down to 2 and take 1 shot? Boy, this is a gift.
They are going to call timeout. They do with 1 second left. And it's a timeout Central.
Wow.
And it's 4th and 10 from the Muskie 39.
Boy. Again, high school rules, you know, you could call your timeout with 14, 15 seconds, whatever it was. Now, if you don't get it, I understand you're giving the ball back to the Muskies. But if you've watched game film, we really haven't shown an ability to go 80 yards very often. And then number 2, if you do get it, you can run up, spike that ball. Now you got 1 or 2 shots at the end zone. Here, you're just rolling the dice on this will be the last play. But I guess maybe the school of thought here is, listen, we're up 21-6. We got 1 win. Bad things have happened to us. Let's give it 1 shot and see if we get it. And if we don't, we're happy with that lead going in.
Hendricks and Morrison to the right on 4th and 10 from the 39.
Our free safety needs to move over, get in the middle of the field. I don't know what he's Nope,
Tony
not going
Walker
to.
Back to pass, going to flare it down the left sideline. And it's in the air, and it's incomplete and out of bounds. And that'll be the half. Folks, we played a half. It's Central 21 and the Muskie 6. We'll be back with the CBI Bank and Trust halftime show. This is Muskie football, powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
CBI Bank and Trust is proud to support the Muscatine Muskies all season long, on the field and in our community. Whether it's saving for college, buying your first home, or planning for the future, CBI Bank and Trust is here to cheer you on every step of the way. Visit us anytime at cbibt.com to learn more. CBI Bank and Trust, local roots, strong values, and always in your corner. Aim high, bank strong, and go Muskies. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, Muskie fans, save big and shop local at the Muscatine Hy-Vee, where each week we have the hottest deals in town. Get additional savings with your Hy-Vee Perks card, which offers you deeper discounts and cheap gas. With hundreds of brands on sale each week and the friendliest staff around, why shop anywhere else? Muscatine Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics. Save big and shop local at the Muscatine Hy-Vee.
Muskie fans, while construction is underway on the new Community Healthcare Muscatine Clinic, CHC is still accepting new patients at their current Muscatine Medical and Dental Clinic locations. From chronic disease management to pediatric well visits and dental exams, CHC sees patients of all ages. Virtual telehealth appointments are also available. To schedule a medical, dental, or behavioral health appointment, call the CHC Muscatine Clinics at 563-327-2140. Community Healthcare Muscatine. Every age, every income, everyone. Proud supporter of Muskie Athletics. Hey, Muskie fans, ready to roar? Big Cat Energy is your go-to for killer cold brew, the best energy drinks, and breakfast sandwiches that slap. Order ahead online or drive through at 801 Oregon Street in the south end of Muscatine. Open Monday to Friday, 6 to 2, Saturday, 8 to 2. Save 50 cents every day when you grab our flavor of the day energy drink. Follow us on socials at Big Cat Energy Muscatine and stay in the loop. Big Cat Energy, proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Go Muskies, this is John Becky at Becky Insurance and Financial Services. We don't just sell insurance, we simplify it. From life and disability insurance, group benefits, and the Affordable Care Act marketplace plans to expert Medicare guidance, we've got you covered. As an independent agency, we offer personalized options from trusted carriers, focused on what's right for you. What's right for you is our only concern.
Call 563-263-9700 or visit BeckyINS.com today. Becky Insurance and Financial Services. Coverage you can count on, advice you can trust.
Your home for Hawkeye Sports is MC93. Ready for the swing? Join the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin, and Hawkeye legend Pat Angerer every week for action-packed, hard-hitting Hawkeye football. Catch every game, home and away, on 93.1 FM, MC93FM.com, and the free MC93 app. The Hawks play here on MC93, Muscatine's choice for music.
The Muskies are on KWPC. This is the CBI Bank and Trust Halftime Show. Here's Brian Musell and Ben Nitzel.
Welcome back to Muskie Football for the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. This is the CBI Bank and Trust Halftime Show Senior Night from Muscatine Community Stadium in Davenport Central. Leads the Muskies 21-6 here at the half. The scoring, though, started with the Muskies. Central on a 3-and-out. The Muskies blocked their punt, their initial punt of the first quarter, and recovered it at the Central 12-yard line. And from there, it took them 4 plays to score on 1st and goal from the 2. Gavin Wade went over left tackle for the touchdown. The PAT was no good. 9:28 to play in the first, and the Muskies led 6-0. Central responded with a 64-yard drive of their own. A big pass play from Tony Walker to Saden Williams of 49 yards. Had 1st and goal on the 1-yard line after a procedure call. Pushed it back to the 6, and on 1st down, Williams ran 6 yards over right tackle. PAT good, 7-6. Blue Devils, 7:48 to play in the first. Central's next drive was actually not a drive. It was a 57-yard punt return by T.K. Morrison with 1:11 to play in the first quarter, and the PAT was good. And at the end of one quarter, they led the Muskies 14-6. And then there was a big play in the ensuing kickoff. The Muskies fumbled the ball at the 27-yard line, and Central drove it down to the 1 and really capped it in early in the second quarter. A 1-yard touchdown run by another running back, Beckham Hutchison. They played 4 or 5 backs in the first half. PAT good with 10:16 to play in the half. They led the Muskies 21-6, and that's where it ended. The Muskies moved the ball a couple of times, couldn't get it in the end zone. Central kind of played the game in between the 20s after that scoring, and we played one half of football. Davenport Central 21 and the Muskies 6. We're going to take another timeout, and Coach Nitzel will give you his analysis of the first half. We'll be back with the CBI Bank and Trust halftime show. This is Muskie Football, powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
CBI Bank and Trust is proud to support the Muscatine Muskies all season long, on the field and in our community. Whether it's saving for college, buying your first home, or planning for the future, CBI Bank and Trust is your business needs. CBI Bank and Trust. Local roots, strong values.
Insurance and Financial Services, we don't just sell insurance, we simplify it. From life and disability insurance, group benefits, and ACA marketplace plans to expert Medicare guidance, we've got you covered. As an independent agency, we offer personalized options from trusted carriers focused on what's right for you. What's right for you is our only concern.
Call 563-263-9700 or visit BeckyINS.com today. Becky Insurance and Financial Services. Coverage you can count on, advice you can trust.
From the first down to the final drive, Edmore Chevy Buick GMC in Muscatine has your back. With truck month savings of $11,000 off a new 2026 GMC Sierra Crew Cab, or $10,000 off a new 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab, and 0.9% APR financing is here. The drive starts here at Edmore Chevy Buick GMC in Muscatine. Chevy, together, let's drive. Proof credit discounts for
Save big and shop local at the Muscatine Hy-Vee. Each week we have the hottest deals in town. Get additional savings with your Hy-Vee Perks card, which offers you
Muskie fans, this is Connor Kenny, General Manager for KWPC, the voice of Muscatine. Since you're hearing my voice right now, that means your business still has an opportunity to sponsor Muskie Athletics. We love the Muskies, and we know you do too. To have your business support and sponsor Muskie Athletics for KWPC, give me a call at 563-263-202 or send me an email to connor.kenny@voiceofmuscatine.com. That's Connor with an O and Kenny with an E-Y. Thanks for listening to
on the Muscatine Community School District website. And don't forget, you can hear all the football games home and away right here on KWPC, the official radio broadcast partner of the Muskies.
This is Muskie Football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Welcome back to Muskie Football from the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. This is the CBI Bank and Trust halftime show. The Muskies trail the Blue Devils 41-6 at the halftime, and big plays both ways have caused most of the points tonight because both teams have had a hard time sustaining long drives. Punt block, fumble on a kickoff, and a punt return for a touchdown are the big turning points in this one.
Yeah, really big plays, but more specifically, big plays on special teams, as you said. Of course, big passing play also set Central up for that first TD, but yeah, it's been special teams has been really the name of the game so far, and just tough for the Muskies to find themselves in such a great start to find themselves down 21-6 going into the half, but got to clean a few things up on special teams for sure.
Muskies need big play of their own. They will receive the kick in the second half to start, and it's imperative they showed a little bit of a couple of some gadget plays here towards the end of the second quarter there, and if they hit one or two of those, you never know, but they're going to need something like that to loosen it up and get away from that ground and pound.
Yeah, and I think my big message in the halftime is simply this is a team that we can beat, right? We thought we could beat them. We've seen now watching the game, this is a team that we can compete with, that we can beat, but somebody's going to have to make some plays. You've got seniors here, and to the seniors, like, if we're being realistic, anything can happen when you play a game, but this is the best chance to get a W. So I'm telling those guys, you got to step up. We got to have the guys who are seniors, who this is their last time playing at home in front of the Muskie home stands. You got to come up with some plays for us. That's what's going to be the difference here. Can we get some guys to put the game, put the team on their back, make some plays, and have some things happen for the Muskies on the positive end here, and come storming out in the second half.
Great analysis, Coach Nitzel. 21-6 Blue Devils here at the half. We'll be back with the CBI Bank and Trust halftime show. This is Muskie Football, powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
CBI Bank and Trust is proud to support the Muscatine Muskies all season long, on the field and in our community. Whether it's saving for college, buying your first home, or planning for the future, CBI Bank and Trust is here to cheer you on every step of the way. Visit us anytime at cbibt.com to learn more. CBI Bank and Trust, local roots, strong values, and always in your corner. Aim high, bank strong, and go Muskies. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey Muskie fans, save big and shop local at the Muscatine Hy-Vee, where each week we have the hottest deals in town. Get additional savings with your Hy-Vee Perks card, which offers you deeper discounts and cheap gas. With hundreds of brands on sale each week and the friendliest staff around, why shop anywhere else? Muscatine Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics. Save big and shop local at the Muscatine Hy-Vee.
From the first down to the final drive, Edmore Chevy Buick GMC in Muscatine has your back with truck month savings of $11,000 off a new 2026 GMC Sierra Crew Cab, or $10,000 off a new 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab, and 0.9% APR financing is here. The drive starts here at Edmore Chevy Buick GMC in Muscatine. Chevy, together, let's drive. Select models approved. Credit discounts from MSRP. Financing terms vary. Plus tax, tag, title, registration fees. Not all will qualify. See dealer for details.
Go Muskies! This is John Becky at Becky Insurance and Financial Services. We don't just sell insurance, we simplify it. From life and disability insurance, group benefits, and the Affordable Care Act marketplace plans to expert Medicare guidance. We've got you covered. As an independent trusted carrier, what's right for you. What's right for you is our only concern. Call 563-263-9700 or visit BeckyINS.com today. Becky Insurance and Financial Services. Coverage you can count on, advice you can trust.
The Muscatine High School fall sports season is underway. Muskie Athletics are competing week in and week out. From the gridiron and the courts to cross country and golf courses, even to the pool, the Muskies are doing their best to win for their school, their team, and themselves. Find all the sports schedules on the Muscatine Community School District website. And don't forget, you can hear all the football games home and away right here on KWPC, the official radio broadcaster of the Muskies.
Your home for Hawkeye Sports is MC93. Join the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin, and Hawkeye legend Pat Angerer every week for action-packed, hard-hitting Hawkeye football. Catch every game, home and away, on 93.1 FM, MC93FM.com, and the free MC93 app. The Hawks play here on MC93, Muscatine's choice for music.
This is Muskie Football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Welcome back to Muskie Football for the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. This is the CBI Bank and Trust halftime show. Brian Bussell, Ben Nitzel, Connor Kenny from Muscatine Community Stadium, and a great performance as always by the mighty Muskie Marching Band here at halftime. And outstanding stuff. Many seniors there. I announced in pregame the Muskie football seniors. I'd be happy to mention all of them, but those are the only names I had, folks. But all the seniors in fall activities, including band members, deserve a ton of credit for everything they've given the school district all these years. It's been very entertaining, and whatever sport or activity they're in, we appreciate your participation in Muscatine activities.
A big shout out to Jeff Hyde, who runs a great band program there, has for many, many years at this point, does a great job. And as you said, we talk about this being the last time the Muskie football players will take this field, the seniors will take the field. This is the last time Muskie Marching Band will take the field for their seniors as well tonight. So great job to those young students.
Absolutely. Folks, we're going to take one more time out at the half. It's Central 21 and the Muskie 6. This is Muskie Football, powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
KWPC K236CF Muscatine from the Becky Insurance and Retirement Resource Group Studios. This is Muskie Football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine. You've been listening to the CBI Bank and Trust halftime show. The second half is right around the corner on KWPC.
CBI Bank and Trust is proud to support the Muscatine Muskies all season long, on the field and in our community. Whether it's saving for college, buying your first home, or planning for the future, CBI Bank and Trust is here to cheer you on every step of the way. Visit us anytime at cbibt.com to learn more. CBI Bank and Trust. Local roots, strong values, and always in your corner. Aim high, bank strong, and go Muskies. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Go Muskies. This is John Becky at Becky Insurance and Financial Services. We don't just sell insurance, we simplify it. From life and disability insurance, group benefits, and the Affordable Care Act marketplace plans to expert Medicare guidance. We've got you covered. As an independent agency, we offer personalized options from trusted carriers, focused on what's right for you. What's right for you is our only concern.
Call 563-263-9700 or visit BeckyINS.com today. Becky Insurance and Financial Services. Coverage you can count on, advice you can trust. Hey, Muskie fans, ready to roar? Big Cat Energy is your go-to for killer cold brew, the best energy drinks, and breakfast sandwiches that slap. Order ahead online or drive through at 801 Oregon Street in the south end of Muscatine. Open Monday to Friday, 6 to 2, Saturday, 8 to 2. Save 50 cents every day when you grab our flavor of the day energy drink. Follow us on socials at Big Cat Energy Muscatine and stay in the loop. Big Cat Energy, proud supporter of Muskie Athletics. Muskie fans, while construction is underway on the new Community Healthcare Muscatine Clinic, CHC is still accepting new patients at their current Muscatine medical and dental clinic locations. From chronic disease management to pediatric well visits and dental exams, CHC sees patients of all ages. Virtual telehealth appointments are also available. To schedule a medical, dental, or behavioral health appointment, call the CHC Muscatine Clinics at 563-327-2140. Community Healthcare Muscatine. Every age, every income, everyone. Proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Hey, Hey, Muskie fans, save big and shop local at the Muscatine Hy-Vee, where each week we have the hottest deals in town. Get additional savings with your Hy-Vee Perks card, which offers you deeper discounts and cheap gas. With hundreds of brands on sale each week and the friendliest staff around, why shop anywhere else? Muscatine Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics. Save big and shop local at the Muscatine Hy-Vee.
The Muscatine High School fall sports season is underway. Muskie athletics are competing week in and week out. From the gridiron and the courts to cross country and golf courses, even to the pool, the Muskies are doing their best to win for their school, their team, and themselves. Find all the sports schedules on the Muscatine Community School District website. And don't forget, you can hear all the football games home and away right here on KWPC, the official radio broadcast partner of the Muskies.
This is Muskie Football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Yeah, here come the Hawks, and welcome back to Muskie Football for the Becky Insurance broadcast with Hawkeye football tomorrow on 93.1, correct, Connor? Yeah, Hawkeyes in Penn State. Listen to Dolph and Pat give you the call from Kinnick Stadium as the Hawkeyes entertain Penn State. We got a good one here. Central leads the Muskies 21-6. The Muskies will get the kickoff to start half number 2. An imperative that they get a good drive and maybe some points here to start the second half. A Big Cat Energy kickoff coming from Landon Hurst, and the Muskies have Glenn and Ryland inside their 10-yard line to receive this one.
Well, we'd give him a shout out, but we know that guy's been asleep for 15 minutes at this point.
Only 15? It's 9 o'clock.
Yeah, he usually make it till 8:50, I think. He's doing the half with the one-eyed sleep, right? No, I'm good. I'm okay. Yeah. I'm not tired.
There's the approach by Hurst and the kick, and it's a squib kick, and the Muskie's going to down it right there, and it looks like Roberts gets on it. Good field position for the Muskies. They'll take it first down on their 31-yard line to open the second half.
And I don't blame him. I mean, I think Glenn looks so dangerous on the kickoffs. That seems like one of our better plays. I think that squib kick's smart. Give us the ball on the 30 and make us earn it coming down the field.
Update for all you Dodger fans like me. The Dodgers are up 4-0 in the fourth inning. I'm probably alone in that. First and 10, Muskies are on 31-yard line. Curtis under center. And there's a give to Glenn over the right side. He's got a hole. He's out near the 40. Good, quick hitter. Colin Glenn, boy, he's got some wheels.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you, Brian, I'll give a shout-out to Mr. Bueno. He's an older gentleman who is a huge Dodgers fan as well. He also likes the Bears like you, so I know baseball season's super important for you guys.
It is. Sure is. I like the dig. Well, the beauty of beating the Brewers is, they're all Packer fans, so that's my satisfaction.
Sure.
So it's second down and 2 Muskies from their own 39-yard line. 3 backs behind Curtis. Curtis tosses this one to Wade. Gavin trips just over the 40, and it's going to be a first down, though. First down run for Gavin Wade. Another community health care first down.
Yeah, and with Colin Glenn, nice job there at the point of attack. Got a really good position on his man, kept him popped outside, allowed Wade to get that first down pickup.
4-yard run for Gavin, first down Muskies. Good start to the second half for Muscatine.
And the thing about this offense, it gives a lot of guys a chance to carry the ball. Also asks all those guys also to block as well when they're not getting it.
Curtis under center. He pitches to the right to Colin Glenn. He gets to the edge, 40, and it's strung out. Nice recovery by Messiah Johnson for Central. I thought that was going to be a bigger play, but he strung him out and got him out of bounds at the 45, a short gain of 2.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to get the edge, and we know how dangerous Colin can be when he gets that edge, but just couldn't quite get, as you said, nice play by the Central defender to catch him and railroad him out of bounds before he could get there.
Second and 8, Muskies are on 45. 10:53 to play here in the third quarter. Blue Devils 21 and the Muskies 6. Muskies go 3 backs behind Curtis on first down. And there's going to be a toss to Glenn again. Steady diet. Collin breaks a tackle. 40 and inside the 35. One man to beat, and he would have been gone. Another Community Healthcare first down. And a big run for Colin Glenn.
Well, and the best part of that play wasn't the run, which was outstanding, but was catching that ball. I think, I don't know if it was just excitement or what, but Gage Curtis a little excited, a little bit of a hard pitch right into the breadbasket of Colin. Colin's able to control it after a little bit of a bounce out and then pick up the first down. Great job holding on to the ball there.
21-yard run for Glenn. It's 1st and 10 Muskies at the Central 34. Curtis going to give this one to Wade over the left side. He's hit hard. Central is ready for that one. It's going to be a gain of 1, 2nd and 9 Muskies.
Yeah, bless him, Peterson. Nobody had bless him on the outside there, and he just came smoking in and right through the C gap, right where Wade wanted to go, and that's all she wrote.
Senior night, Muscatine High School. Beautiful night for football again. Wade wing right. Ryland and Glenn in the backfield behind Curtis on 2nd down. Gage tosses to Ryland. Seth gets it out over the right side. 30 down the sideline. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown to the house. Seth Ryland, 33 yards. 9:43 to play in the third, and it's 21-12 Central.
Well, Ryland had been quiet all night. You knew it seemed like he was going to have to dial something up. He gets the ball there, little cut up the field, cuts it back outside. Great speed, as we've talked about all season long. Great acceleration. Nobody's going to catch him, and this is exactly the kind of drive the Muskies needed to get themselves back into this game at the start of the second half.
Big play to open the second half. Great drive for the Muskies, 69 yards. And the Muskies are going to line up and go for 2 here. Curtis tosses to Ryland. Same play, cuts it back to the inside. Ball loose, fumble on the play. Picked up by Roberts, and now it's on the ground. And the penalty, the conversion is no good. 9:43 to play in the third, 21-12 Central. This is Muskie football powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
From the first down to the final drive, Edmore Chevy Buick GMC in Muscatine has your back with truck month savings of $11,000 off a new 2026 GMC Sierra Crew Cab or $10,000 off a new 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab, and 0.9% APR financing is here. The drive starts here at Edmore Chevy Buick GMC in Muscatine. Chevy, together, let's drive.
Select models, approved credit discounts from MSRP. Financing terms vary, plus tax, tag, title, registration fees. Not all will qualify. See dealer for details.
The Muscatine High School fall sports season is underway. Muskie athletics are competing week in and week out. From the gridiron and the courts to cross country and golf courses, even to the pool, the Muskies are doing their best to win for their school, their team, and themselves. Find all the sports schedules on the Muscatine Community School District website. And don't forget, you can hear all the football games home and away right here on KWPC, the official radio broadcast partner of the Muskies.
Your home for Hawkeye Sports is MC93. Ready for this one? Join the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin, and Hawkeye legend Pat Angerer every week for action-packed, hard-hitting Hawkeye football. Catch every game, home and away, on 93.1 FM, MC93FM.com, and the free MC93 app. The Hawks play here on MC93, Muscatine's choice for music.
This is Muskie football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Welcome back to Muskie football for the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. The Muskies open the second half. 69-yard drive capped off on 2nd and 9 from the Central 33, and Seth Ryland runs it in 33 yards for the score. PAT no good. They trail 21-12. Here's the kick by Evans, the Big Cat Energy kick, and it's going to go through the end zone on a touchback, so Central will take over on their own 20. And Ben, just what the doctor ordered, touchdown drive on their first drive of the second half.
Yeah, you said it coming out of the break. Muskies needed to get some points on that opening drive. Great job marching down there, getting the big run, just completely, doing exactly what they needed to do, making sure that they got those points, get that momentum shifted a little bit. And again, when you're struggling a little bit overall, getting those points, finding ways to convert. Of course, didn't even make a stop at the Community Bank and Trust red zone, just blew right past that in the end zone. And a big drive from Coach and for the Muskies there, and let's see if the defense can respond in kind.
Trips right on first down. Hazlett and Tony Walker in the backfield. Now Hazlett in motion, and he's going to get the flare pass out, and he gets to the edge of the 20, cuts it back, and up to about the 23, 24, and the Muskies will stop it right there. Good pursuit by the Muskie defense.
Yeah, that was just a great job overall of team defense there. About 5 or 6 guys out there making the play, and good thing because he got the cutback, and there they go.
Hazlett down on the ground now. And an official's timeout on the field. Took a shot. It's going to be a 5-yard gain to the 25. It'll bring up 2nd and 5. And Giovanni Hazlett on the ground. And the central training staff is coming out.
Based on their reactions, I think he's going to be fine in about 2 minutes, Brian.
Yeah, I think we know what the injury is. Thank God for the binoculars. Yeah. And he's fine. He's running off. Under his own power.
That's right. My kids don't believe me. You can do the old pick up by the belt and drop him on the ground. Makes a big difference, too. You'd be shocked.
2nd down and 5. Not to say it wasn't painful. Trips left.
No, I'm sure it was.
Hutchison in the backfield, and he gets a handoff this time straight up the gut, and the Muskies meet him. He's going to gain about 3. No nonsense when Hutchison gets it. It's between the tackles, straight ahead.
And here we go. Big 3rd down for the Muskies. They can get a stop here. That'd be great. A lot of options for Central. They've had success throwing. I think, though, if it's me, I'm keeping the hands in my best athlete, my best player's hands, or keeping the ball in my best player's hands. And I think you might see a little bit quarterback read here.
Gain of 3, 3rd down and 2.
And probably just tell Walker, keep the ball.
Blue Devils, Twins left.
Oh, don't jump, Muskies. Oh, geez.
Oh, they jump, but there's no flag.
Didn't jump far enough.
Play clock at 2. Tony Walker back to pass. Rolls to his left, doing the Muskies a favor, taking a shot downfield.
Oh, boy.
And that looked like could have been a flag. No flag on the play, and it's going to be 4th and 2.
Yeah, again, as you said kind of earlier, underthrown ball. Their receiver stops. Our kid kind of smashes into him a little bit. Again, can't call the face guarding. That's not a high school rule, but a lot of contact. Maybe dodged a bullet there. Maybe things evened out a little.
Great start for the Muskies here in the second half. 4th and 2 Central. The Muskies' opening drive goes for a touchdown. PAT, both touchdowns they have not converted on their points after.
And if I'm D coordinator, I'm telling those linemen, do not jump. We don't need a pump block here. We just need the ball back. Just key the ball and do not come forward.
Muskies with 1 punt block early in the game, and there's a kick. Bahati gets rid of it. It's a good kick. Nobody back for the Muskies and a huge roll.
Oh, boy.
And that's going to go inside the 30 and drop dead at the 29-yard line. So just like that, 43-yard kick and no return. First down Muskies on their own 29. Folks, all season long, great sponsors, Muscatine Power and Water, catch all of the home games live, like tonight on MPW TV Channel 5. Skinny's Barbecue, stop in to taste Iowa's #1 pulled pork sandwich. Skinny's Barbecue, Vision Center PC, only the finest care locations in Muscatine. Tipton and Solon, first down Muskies, their own 29-yard line, Curtis under center. Gage gives this one. Ryland back in the game, and he cuts the outside 40, 45 midfield, 45, 40, and ushered out of bounds. Seth Ryland on a mission. Big gain there for the Muskies. Another community healthcare first down.
Yeah, back-to-back monster runs from Ryland, and he's really, as we talked about at halftime, it seems like he's the guy who's answering that bell and putting the team on his shoulders a little bit offensively. And here we go.
Not just big runs, Ben. Back-to-back 33-yard runs on the touchdown, and now here, 1st and 10 Muskies, 38-yard line of Central.
See if they ride the hot hand here.
It's been Ryland and Glenn really running hard here to open the second half. There's Glenn this time. He cuts it down the 35, down the sideline. Put the Jets on there down to the 30, a gain of 8. And that'll bring up 2nd and 2 Muskies.
Well, great little block out there by Wade and Ryland as the lead points of attack. Again, you run those 3 backs in the backfield. If you're not getting the ball, the expectation is you're getting out there and getting your hands on somebody. Both those guys did a nice job. And the line's been doing a good job here, showing some energy, sliding out to their blockers, not letting those Davenport Central kids penetrate and screw up the works.
2nd and 2 Muskies from the Central. 30, going heavy to the right side again. This is going to be Glenn over the right side. Cuts it back, 25, first down. And down to the 24-yard line. Another community healthcare first down. The Muskies on a mission here in the 3rd.
Yeah, great fight from the Muskies right now.
That's another Muskie, first down.
You know, you really felt like if they came out and laid an egg on that opening drive, that might be all she wrote. But they don't. They get the big touchdown. Huge defensive stop there on 3rd and 2. And now pushing the ball in towards the end zone once again.
Wade, Glenn, and Ryland been in the backfield the entire 3rd quarter. Here they go again on 2nd and 2. Tossed to Wade this time over the left side. Gavin cuts it in. Got to get a first down. Or excuse me, that was first down. Down to the 20-yard line. And now they're in the Community Bank and Trust red zone. So a gain of 4 on first down. 2nd and 6 for the Muskies at the Central 20.
Yeah, steady diet of wishbone right now, right? The old school wishbone coming out, 2 tight ends, 3 guys in the backfield. And if it's working, don't go. Just keep hammering them. Don't give them any respite.
Great job up front by the Muskie offensive line. And there's a toss, this one to Glenn. Glenn cuts it back, 20. And he's down at about the 18. They rule him down right there at the 18. A short gain of 2. You got Sotelo up front along with Eagle, Harfst, Hook, and Verdinez. These guys have really been busting open some holes here in the second half.
Yeah, really nice job. So 3rd and 4 here. You could go play action pass. Ryland hasn't touched the ball in a few series. Might want to get the ball back in his hands. See what the Muskies have, Coach Druitt have dialed up here.
And he's going to go to Ryland straight up the gut. He breaks a tackle, but he's going to be hit hard. Boy, Ryland, he never goes down easy. Going to gain a yard, but that'll bring up 4th down and 3 from the Central 17-yard line. Big play here for the Muskie offense.
And I like that. I like going back to Ryland. He's Central pretty stout there in between the A and B gaps inside. I'd like to see him maybe get the ball on the outside a little bit here. Maybe run a little option or some read where you've got a choice. Your quarterback gets to decide what he thinks is open here. But I agree. Got to go for it. See if we can get the first down. Big 4th down coming up here. Back to the wishbone. I like that.
3 backs, 4th and 3. Curtis tosses to Glenn over the right side. He's going to get a first down inside the 15. To the 12, another community healthcare first down for the Muskies. As they run another play in the Community Bank and Trust red zone. 1st and 10 at the 12. A gain of 5 on 4th and 3.
Another Muskie, first down.
And just the way the Muskies love to play, they're grinding out the clock. Those 2 PATs are big, though. They're down 2 scores, 21-12.
Mm-hmm.
1st and 10 Muskies, Central 12-yard line. Curtis tosses to Glenn, this time to the left side. Collin trying to get to the edge, and he's strung down from behind. Good pursuit by Central. Going to gain a couple, but a nice tackle by Leba.
And this is, we early on in the year we used that rumble play. It's kind of that double handoff. You hand the ball off to the fullback, and he runs over and hands it to the slot who's coming back across the other way. We've got them really flowing with the ball right now. Love to see a little double handoff or something like that. I think they're just over pursuing, as you would when you're getting hammered like this. Might allow the counter or something to come back the other way and free something up.
2nd and 8 Muskies from the Central 10. Curtis fakes the toss. Curtis over the left side. The 10 breaks a tackle near the 5 and out of bounds. Good play call there. And Gage with some positive yards for the Muskies inside the 5.
Yeah, very similar concept, except maybe a little more elegant. You give the fake toss. You're in the wishbone there. Everybody's flowing to the right. Gage comes back to the left. They're over pursuing and able to get that ball right, knocking on the door on the goal line.
3rd down and 1 Muskies from the Central 3-yard line. Clock at 4:20 and ticking in the third. Central leads the Muskies 21-12. Curtis
Quick hitter to
under center.
Ryland here.
And he's going to keep it. Gage straight up the gut. He's going to get a first down, and he's close to the end zone.
Got it.
And he's in for the touchdown. Gage Curtis, 3-yard touchdown run. 4:17 to play in the third. And it's 21-18 Central. And now Fillmore on for the PAT. Good snap, good hold, and the kick by Fillmore is no good. 4:17 to play in the third, 21-18 Central. We're going to take a timeout. This is Muskie Football, powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
For over 45 years, Muskie fans have trusted Community Bank and Trust with all their banking needs. And now with their mobile app and online banking, you can manage accounts and apply for loans anytime without ever losing that hometown touch. Their team provides personal service for all of your banking needs, including trust services. Visit any one of their 5 locations or online at COMMBK.net. Because at Community Bank and Trust, it's not just about banking, it's about you. They put people first. Member FDIC and proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
Your home for Hawkeye Sports is MC93. Ready for this? Join the voice of the Hawkeyes, Gary Dolphin, and Hawkeye legend Pat Angerer every week for action-packed, hard-hitting Hawkeye football. Catch every game, home and away, on 93.1 FM, MC93FM.com, and the free MC93 app. The Hawks play here on MC93, Muscatine's choice for music.
This is Muskie Football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Welcome back to Muskie Football with the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. Jackson Evans with the Big Cat Energy kickoff into the end zone. A big kickoff for Evans. The Muskies go 71 yards, capped off by a Gage Curtis 3-yard touchdown run. The PAT, the kick no good. 4:17 to play in the third. The Muskies have cut that 21-6 lead down to 21-18. And Ben, all the momentum is going Muscatine's way at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. We haven't looked this good since that opening 2 drives of the first quarter. The momentum has definitely shifted. Muskie's firing all cylinders right now offensively. Defensively got the big stop. Again, love to get another stop here and keep that train rolling on Davenport Central.
Tony Walker comes out. He's got Hazlett to his left.
Full recovery.
And there's Hazlett getting a handoff. Straight up the gut. The Muskies stack it up. It's going to gain about 4 to the 24. That'll bring up 2nd and 6.
And again, I know there's all the analytics and this and that, but especially for teams that are struggling, and we've got 2 teams out here that are struggling, momentum is so important. Good things happening is so important. It's really easy when you're having a tough season, when you're having a tough stretch in the season, to just be negative. And as soon as something bad happens, for guys to start getting their daubers down and thinking, oh, here we go again. So when you can reverse that, when you can switch that momentum, just so critical. And hopefully the Muskies can continue to ride that wave here as we finish out the third quarter.
2nd and 6 Blue Devils. Tony Walker going to keep it over the left side. Tries to get to the edge. He's at the 25 and cuts it up near the 30. May have a first down. And I believe he does right at the 30. It's going to be a gain of 6. And a first down Blue Devils.
That's a nice play call there, too. You're 2nd and long. You need something here. Keep the ball in your best player's hands, get him onto the edge and see what he can create, and gets just enough for the first down. And Muskie's had good pursuit there, but he's just a very talented kid.
Nose of the football just over the 30, 3:28 left to play here in the third. Hendricks to the right, along with Kilgore, his first action of the night. Johnson split wide left for the Blue Devils. There's a snap. Tony Walker gives to Hazlett. Strung out by Chevy Ryder and taken to the turf. Ryder blew it up, and it looks like Colin Glenn erased him for the big loss.
Yeah, a great little combo there by the Muskie defense. Get the penetration, get him slowed down. Glenn comes in and cleans up. That's what you'd love to see.
Loss of 4, 2nd down and 14.
Got to expect the pass here. Going to have to just lock in. Make sure our guys are covered.
Johnson and Williams left, Hendricks right on 2nd and long. Hendricks goes in motion, and it's going to be a keeper, Tony Walker. And he's not. Muskies aren't fooled there. Glenn, but a tackling machine all night, gets him down after a gain of 1. 3rd and 13, Blue Devils.
Yeah, nice play.
27, 3rd and 13.
3rd and 13 Central. Big play here for the Muskie defense. They trail by 3. Nearing the end of the third quarter. Tony Walker rolls to his right.
Chair route.
Looks downfield.
Wide open.
Throw it straight up in the air, and it's going to go out of bounds. Incomplete. 4th down and 13. The Blue Devils will punt. The Muskie defense playing with a purpose. And now we've got an injured Muskie on the field. Let's hope he's okay. Is that Verdinez?
That's a big play by Caleb Galt there, though, to get the pressure, because I'll tell you, they did run that chair with the number 2 receiver, and he was wide open getting that pressure, forced a bad throw, and that really helped the Muskies out there.
Noel Verdinez, fine senior lineman, plays both ways, and he's down. Looks like a cramping issue on his left leg, and it is a warm night.
Yeah, and we've called him a lot this year. He's really done a nice job on both sides of the ball.
All season long, all season's glass and mirror, residential and commercial glass, mirror, and screen replacement. Booties on the Avenue, all-star menu, atmosphere and staff. Meineke Car Care Center. Stop in to see Mason and Todd for your car care needs. Still 70 degrees. So that means Clinton would be about, 67 or a little farther north? Yeah. Do you feel like we're picking on Clinton? We love Clinton.
No, we love Clinton. We don't all love Clinton.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And Verdinez is up. Nicole Calvert, outstanding trainer for the Muscatine Muskies.
Yeah, phenomenal.
4th down, 13, Blue Devils from their own 27-yard line. Curtis stands back on his 35, and Central will punt this football away. It's been all Muskies here in the third quarter. 2 touchdowns. They trailed 21-6 at the half, and now it's 21-18.
Looks like we're a dude short. There we go. Coming out. And again, I don't know, we haven't put a guy back until now. I don't know if we're nervous about catching the ball, but even just preventing it from doing all that rolling would be fantastic.
Gage is back there. He just had a 3-yard touchdown run when the Muskies had the football. And
just don't run into the kicker.
A timeout for the Muskies. He's going to burn a timeout here on the punt. Timeout on the field.
Do we have 12 on the field?
Could have been.
Yeah, it looks like to me like we've got 12. We had 12 out there.
Thus the timeout. Good timeout if that's the case. Luke Witchers talking to the official.
There we go. There's the walk of shame to the sideline. We 12 men.
Yeah.
Walks over. Fair enough. Yeah, a lot of questions from Coach Witchers there.
Luke, yeah, he wants an explanation.
Absolutely.
That's right. I used to do that when I coached him at the youth level.
12
why are we doing this, Brian?
What's
the deal?
12 minus 1 is 11.
As I said,
there's the explanation.
And there's a high snap.
Don't hit him.
Coming after.
Oh, God.
Oh,
my God, no.
And there's a short kick, and it's going to roll out of bounds. Or actually short. It's still rolling. Going to be downed at the 41-yard line of Muscatine. But the Muskies hit him. They blocked one first drive of the game, and we'll see.
That's why defensive coordinator used to tell the special teams guys, just don't rush anybody. Can we just go to heel line? We've worked so hard to get the ball back. Can we just be okay with that? Boy, personal foul is a tough call.
Running into the kicker. It didn't look like he ran into him, but I don't think he took him out.
But, you put yourself in that position. When you hit a guy, you leave it up to the official to make the call, and that is a bit of a backbreaker for the Muskie defense. It just did such a great job there.
3rd and 13, Ben. That's a big one. That'll push it out to the 42.
Yeah.
And now this drive continues, first down due to the penalty. And those are the things that the Muskies have been playing so well that you don't want to give them a freebie like that.
Yeah, you're getting the ball back. Your offense has been working. Just, it's tough. Hindsight, I guess, right?
And there's Tony Walker on the key. Pitches it up. Boy, they got lucky there.
Yeah,
but the Muskies, Kai Kalin with the hammer. No gain on the play, but that could have been a turnover.
Yeah, a little option run there to the offensive right side. Quarterback pitches it early. One hops it to his running back, who gets, as you said, a fortunate hop to come to him. And, loss of one, but could have been a turnover.
So it'll be second down and 11 for the Blue Devils. That, bounced right into him. Otherwise.
That's going to go back to the bottom of the playbook. I don't think we'll see the speed option again tonight.
So second down and 11 Blue Devils.
Trips into the boundary. They're going to try and run to the wide side here.
And yes, they do. Tony Walker to the edge. Muskie string it out. Tony Walker gets a few yards up to about the 45. We'll call it the 44. Gain of 3, and that'll bring up 3rd and 8. Hog hustles off. He lost his helmet on that one. He's playing tough both ways. And now we got a timeout on the field, and it's going to be an official's timeout. Looked like an injured player for the Blue Devils. One of their offensive linemen.
So here's the reset. We got 3rd and 7. Looks like 59 seconds left of the third quarter. Muskie's already got a big stop on this drive, looking for another big stop after the unfortunate penalty on the punt.
3rd and 7 Blue Devils, their own 45. Tony Walker, blitz is coming, throws down the middle of the field. It's incomplete. Carango got in front of that one and broke it up, and it'll bring up 4th and 7.
Yeah, nice play by Carango there. Looked like maybe they got a little greedy, might have had some underneath work available, but went for the home run. Carango says no, and that's going to bring up, as you said, 4th and 7, and we're seeing a shift over of guys here. Might go for the – it looks like – I don't know what they're doing. They got 5 dudes on them. They're going to figure something out. Okay, it looks like punt formation. Maybe?
Yeah, it's got to be. Tony Walker's not out there. Bahati runs out.
There you go. There comes the punter.
4th and 7 from the 45. Muskies have blocked one and roughed another tonight.
Yep, just stop. Stay still.
High snap, and there's the kick, and it's a Gage comes in for the fair catch. Good play by Curtis to get it at the 25-yard line. The Muskies will take over right there. 37 seconds to play in the third. Central 21 of the Muskies 18, and the Muskies will take over first down on their own 25-yard line.
Well, and you're down 3, but you got all the cards here. Stick with what's working. No need to get real fancy and do a bunch of stuff. This is a great time to be in that wing tee or run the wishbone or whatever you've got here, but just grind that clock. March it down the field and see if we can get Ryle on the ball outside the tackles and get something positive going.
This is going to be a toss to Hubbs. Hubbs cuts it to the outside. Now he cuts it back inside, and Griffin's going to gain 4 or 5 on first down, a gain of 5, 2nd and 5 Muskies.
Be interesting to see if the Muskies decide to run a play here. 23 on the game clock, 34 on the it's not a shot clock. Play clock. I don't know. Play clock.
See if they force up a 3 here. 2nd and 5 Muskies.
Well, looks like we are going to run a play.
Under center is Curtis, and we are going to run a play. There's a toss to the left. Glenn gets it, and he's hit hard. He's going to gain about 3, and that'll bring up 3rd and short. We've played 3 quarters. Davenport Central 21, and the Muskies 18. This is Muskie football, powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
Hey, Muskie fans, save big and shop local at the Muscatine Hy-Vee, where each week we have the hottest deals in town. Get additional savings with your Hy-Vee Perks card, which offers you deeper discounts and cheap gas. With hundreds of brands on sale each week and the friendliest staff around, why shop anywhere else? Muscatine Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics. Save big and shop local at the Muscatine Hy-Vee.
For over 45 years, Muskie fans have trusted trusted community bank and trust with all their banking needs. And now with their mobile app and online banking, you can manage accounts and apply for loans anytime without ever losing that hometown touch. Their team provides personal service for all of your banking needs, including trust services. Visit any one of their 5 locations or online at commbk.net. Because at Community Bank and Trust, it's not just about banking, it's about you. They put people first. Member FDIC and proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
This is Muskie Football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Little Ozzy, welcome back to Muskie Football. From the Becky Insurance broadcast booth, it's the Community Healthcare fourth quarter. And the Muskies outscored Central 12-zip into third to cut this lead down to 3, and they have. 3rd down and 2, opening play of the fourth quarter. Curtis under center is going to toss it to Ryland. Seth to the outside, and he's going to be stacked up right at the sticks. It looks like he's going to get a first down to the 36, another Community Healthcare. First down for the Muskies.
Great job by the offensive line once again, and James Roberts at the point of attack, just standing strong, keeping his man pinned to the outside and allowing the Muskies to pick up that first down.
First down, Muskies, their own 36-yard line. Just underway, fourth quarter, Central 21 and the Muskies 18. Curtis gives to Ryland. Seth cuts it back over the middle, and he's out near the 40. Just power football. No messing around here, and it's out to the 39. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7, Muskies.
Well, I appreciate them sticking with if it's working. I mean, sometimes there's this thought process in high school football. If you do run something 2 or 3 times, stop running it, even though it's been successful. And I think more important, you just say, we're going to run this until you stop it. And right now, this is working. The power football, the smash mouth football is having success. Keep running that. Keep that clock moving. Keep doing the things you're doing well until Central figures something out. Then you can make a shift.
Muskies, 2nd and 7, they're on 39. And this is a play-action rollout by Curtis. Looking to the left, got a man. It's complete to Ryland. Midfield, 45-40, 35 down the sideline, and he powers himself out of bounds. Another Community Healthcare first down out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A gain of 30 on the pitch and catch from Curtis to Ryland.
Yeah, and of course, I mentioned the shot clock here before the end of the quarter, but that looked a little bit just like a feed into the low post there, just kind of up and over the defender. Ryland catches it, and then, of course, with his legs, he does the rest to get that thing down all the way, almost to the 30.
1st and 10, Muskies, Central 31. 10:30 to play here in the game. There's a toss to Hubbs. Hubbs cuts it inside. He's hit hard. He's going to gain a couple. But Central with about 4 guys there taking shots at Griffin. He's down to the 29, gain of 2.
Yeah, I would not be happy if I was Griffin when I got back to the huddle. Did anyone feel the need to block that play?
2nd down and 8, Muskies. 29-yard line of Central. Hubbs, Wade, and Ryland behind Curtis. Gage gives to Hubbs again. Hubbs cuts it back inside. Good run down to the 26. Another gain of 3. And that'll bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Muskies at the 26-yard line.
26, 3rd and 5.
Not having a ton of success tonight kicking the ball, which just leads you to believe this is 2 down territory here. You've got 2 cracks at this, so run what you like.
Curtis under center. He's going to toss it to Wade over the left side. He's strung out from behind and down. A good play there by Central on the linebacker, Xavier Williams. Ran him down and threw him for a loss, and it's going to be 4th down now for the Muskies at the Central 29. It'll be 4th and 8.
Well, and somebody missed an assignment, because I guarantee you when that's drawn up, they've got him blocked. He's just flown across from the linebacker position, attacking at the point of attack there off the C gap. Someone's got to seal that up. They don't quite get it done, and boy, Wade was dead to rights before he could ever get going.
4th and 8, Muscatine. Play clock down to 10. Muskies have not broke the huddle. Here it is, big play for the Muskie offense. Budson wide left.
Probably not enough time to go on 2.
Now Glenn and Wade. It's an empty backfield. And there's Curtis back to pass, trying to set up the screen in the middle, and it's caught by an offensive lineman. That's going to be an illegal touch. Verdinez with the catch, but this one will be turned over on downs.
Flags on the play.
Caught it right about the line of scrimmage. Muskies went empty, trying to set up a middle screen to James Roberts.
Yeah, sometimes when you run something that's out of a formation that you just don't run, everybody kind of knows that to expect something weird. Central did a nice job staying put on that. And they got a couple guys who seems like their specialty is staying put. Verdinez, though, good athleticism to get up there. It might have been illegal, but let's not take away from the catch in traffic.
So, a legal touch on the Muskies. Loss of down, so it's a 5-yard penalty. So that pushes it out to the 34-yard line. Central will get the football at the 34 to start this drive. With 8:32 left in the game, they lead the Muskies 21-18. The Muskie defense has shut them down the entire second half.
Going to need to do it again.
Tony Walker in the gun, and he's going to give this one to Leyba this time. And the Muskies are all over this one. Caleb Galt in there along with Noel Verdinez and Colin Glenn.
Yeah, just a swarm of Muskies there at the ball, making the play.
No gain on the play, 2nd and 10 Blue Devils. A 3-and-out here would be huge for the Muskies.
Yeah, really impressed with how the Muskies have answered the bell here in the second half.
Twins right on 2nd and 10. Tony Walker, fumble on the play, ball on the ground, and I think the Muskies might have it. They think they do. They were all over that football, and it is Muskie football. And Verdinez, he caught a pass on offense, wasn't supposed to, but a big fumble recovery here and doing a little dance celebrating. Big play for the senior, and the Muskies back in business, 1st and 10.
Well, good defensive call 31. There, too. Sorry,
no, you're
good defensive call by the coach. They bring the blitz. Glenn comes up the middle, untouched. They're trying to run a little read option. He's smacking them before they can make any plays. Ball goes to the ground. Verdinez with the grab, and we're back in business. Here we go.
Here we go. Muskies 1st and 10, Central 31, 7:58 left in this one. And they trail the Blue Devils by 3. Curtis tosses this one to Glenn. Glenn bounces to the outside, and there's going to be a flag, and it's going to be a hold in the backfield. As Glenn took some shots there. Back, it would have been a 1-yard loss on the play, but there's going to be a holding penalty. And Central's going to take this flag, which, of course, they should. So it'll be 1st and 20 now. This will push it back to the 41-yard line.
Obviously a little auspicious start to this drive for the Muskies. Going to have to make a little something happen here. Like to see if we can get Rylan out in some space, whether that's on a pass to the outside or just kind of run one of those elongated plays where we get him out to the edge, let him use his legs, see what we can get going here.
1st and 20 Muskies, Central 41-yard line. Curtis under center, gives to Ryland straight up the gut, and he's going to gain a few to the middle, loses a helmet in there. And he's down to the 36. We'll call it a gain of 5, 2nd and 15.
Yeah, and good hard running by Seth, but again, there's just too many bodies in there for him to get too much going there. So he's going to have to check out, take a play off, and see him on 3rd down.
5-yard gain.
That'll bring Griffin Hubbs into the game, number 9.
Clock at 7 and ticking. Big play here for the Muskies, or a big drive, I should say. They go heavy left this time in the formation. Hubbs and Glenn in the backfield behind Curtis. And this one's going to be a play action roll out to the right. Curtis looks, got a man. It's Colin Glenn. He catches it. 20, 15, and out of bounds. A nice pitching catch and another Community Healthcare first down. We're going to call that a gain of 21 to the 15. The Muskies are now in the Community Bank and Trust red zone. Several trips to the red zone tonight for the Muskies.
Well, that was a great catch, too. He was, he kind of got a little twisted there. The ball was nicely thrown, but a more difficult catch than it looked like with the direction he was moving. Makes the grab, gets a huge first down after that holding penalty.
First down, Muskies, the central 15-yard line. Curtis tosses to Glenn over the left side. Colin bounces the outside, and he's hit hard now right at the 15. He may have gained a yard to the 14. It'll be second down and 9.
Yeah, great flow from Davenport Central there. They just flowed out to the outside there, expected the outside run, and just too many white shirts to be able to get any positive yardage on that play.
You just joined us. Central led at the half, 21-6. The Muskies 2 touchdowns in the third quarter. Failed on both of their point-after attempts, and they trailed 21-18 here now with 6 minutes to play in the game, but they're driving. There's a give, second and 9. Glenn straight at the gut, hit hard, and down he goes. He may have lost a yard this time at the 15. It'll bring up third down and 10 now for the Muskies from the Central 15.
Well, getting a little chippy down there. It's going to be real critical that someone doesn't make a mistake and give up a silly penalty one way or another here for both these teams.
Muskies break the huddle. Ryland on the field with Glenn in the backfield. Those two have run for a lot of yards here in the second half. And there's a play action. Curtis rolls to his right. Looks downfield, pressure's on, Gage is going to run, and now he tries to throw inside. Touchdown, Gage Curtis! 15-yard run of the keeper. He cut it back, had a little pump fake at the 10, and ran it into the end zone. Curtis's second touchdown run of the second half, and the Muskies go on top 24-21.
Yeah, a little Aaron Rodgers style there. He was 3 or 4 yards past the line of scrimmage, goes with the old pump fake. Defense doesn't realize that. They bite on it, and then just uses the athleticism to get in the end zone. What a turnaround from the Muskies, Brian.
There's Fillmore with a PAT attempt. The kick is on its way, and it is good. 5:12 to play, and the Muskies lead 25-21. This is Muskie Football, powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
Muskie fans, while construction is underway on the new Community Healthcare Muscatine Clinic, CHC is still accepting new patients at their current Muscatine Medical and Dental Clinic locations. From chronic disease management to pediatric well visits and dental exams, CHC sees patients of all ages. Virtual telehealth appointments are also available. To schedule a medical, dental, or behavioral health appointment, call the CHC Muscatine Clinics at 563-327-2140. Community Healthcare Muscatine. Every age, every income, everyone. Proud supporter of Muskie Athletics. Hey, Muskie fans, ready to roar? Big Cat Energy is your go-to for killer cold brew, the best energy drinks, and breakfast sandwiches that slap. Order ahead online or drive through at 801 Oregon Street in the south end of Muscatine. Open Monday to Friday, 6 to 2, Saturday, 8 to 2. Save 50 cents every day when you grab our flavor of the day energy drink. Follow us on socials at Big Cat Energy Muscatine and stay in the loop. Big Cat Energy, proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
This is Muskie Football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Welcome back to Muskie Football for the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. It's the Community Healthcare fourth quarter, and I'm happy to say the Muskies are leading 25-21 to 5:12 left in this one, and Jackson Evans on for the Big Cat Energy kickoff. And Davenport Central has Saden Williams back on about his 13-yard line. Great second half, and for all you LA Dodger fans like myself, just an update. 5-zip, top of the 8th, Shohei Ohtani. 10 strikeouts on the mound and 3 home runs in a game. Go Dodgers. Anyway.
It's riveting.
Sorry. I'm the Lone Ranger up here, folks. Cubs had a good year, though. And there's the kick by Evans. And this one's going to go out of bounds, and Central will take over first down on their own 35-yard line. So 5-12, Ben. Great field position for the opening drive for Central here.
Well, and what a great time to take our first fourth-quarter lead of the year. Now, obviously going to have to play some good stout defense here, especially on the passes. We got to figure out, make sure we got our coverages covered. They're going to try and stretch the field here. They're going to run, they run, 4 receivers, 5 receivers at a time. They're going to want to pass the ball. Got to shut that down. But, man, just so proud of the kids' efforts here. Would have been real easy to fold the tents, Brian, going into the second half with the way the season's gone. Tremendous amount of resilience and grit out of the Muskies. I don't know what the call is.
So they get it at the 42-yard line.
Are they saying the ball went out at the 42?
Thought it was deeper. I thought it was, okay. Tony Walker tosses this one to Hutchison. Hutchison over the right side. He's out to the 45 and up the sideline and out of bounds near midfield.
So I don't know if it's always maybe it's a 5-yard penalty from where it is, but generally it's kicked deeper than, or the 35, whichever's further, right?
You got my high school rule book here. So that's at the 48-yard line after that run, a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd and 4 for the Blue Devils, a 48-yard line. The Muskie defense has been so stout in the second half. Let's hope they can continue that and finish this one off. Tony Walker going to keep it over the right side. Cuts it back. Muskies are there. Short gain of anything. Caleb Galden on the stop again, along with Carango. And at the bottom of the pile, James Roberts. Good pursuit. Muskie fans are involved in this one. They're fired up. A gain of 1, 3rd down and 3. Blue Devils from their own 49-yard line. 4.5 minutes to play in this one. Muskies lead 25-21. This game last year came down to the wire. The Muskies won 22-21. Central missed a field goal at the end of the game. There's a give to Hutchison. Straight again, he goes down. A gain of 1. But he's Eagle and Glenn on the stop. And it's 4th and 2.
And they have not tried to go deep on us at all. Probably not going to do it here. You got to think ball over on the right hash. You probably sprint your stud quarterback out wide, give him the option to pass or throw. Just tell him, do what you got to do to get that first down. Muskies maybe bring some pressure from the wide side if it's possible.
Boy, it's great to see these kids excited, having fun here. 4th and 2 Blue Devils. 3:40 left, right at midfield. Tony Walker gets it. Option to the left. Hutchison is it. He's going to get a first down. 40, still on his feet. 35, 30. And Caleb Galt gets him out of bounds. And, boy, got to give Central credit for a great play call on 4th and 2 there. And a run down to the Muskie 24-yard line. A gain of 26 on 4th and 2.
Yeah, and I said they may not come back to the speed option. Boy, was I wrong. They run the speed option there. Much better pitch this time. And, again, makes a lot of sense. You got the ball in your hands of your stud to start with. If he doesn't like it or if he's getting taken out, you pitch the ball out to your running back, who's also had a great game. And, boy, big play. And the Central Blue Devils have flipped the field on the Muskies.
3:30 to play. Central with 3 timeouts. The Muskies with 2. And it's 25-21 Muscatine. Johnson split wide right for the Blue Devils. 2 receivers to the left. On first down, Hutchison gets it again. Straight up the gut. He's hit hard and taken down. Good pursuit by the Muskies. Colin Glenn again.
Yeah, Glenn just came up through the hole and just met him. Killed all his forward momentum, and that's a no gain. And here we go, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 now. Central on the Muskie 24-yard line. 3 minutes to play in this one.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a chess match with the clock.
Hendricks wide right. Williams and Johnson to the left. Now Williams is going to take the handoff on the jet sweep. He's to the 20, down the sideline, cuts it back 15, and inside the 15 to the 13. And, boy, that was a slow developing play, Ben, but it goes for 11 yards and a first down.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a 3-yard loss. Ends up being an 11-yard gain and the first down. And if I'm Muscatine, I don't know. You've only got the 2 timeouts, but you might have to start thinking about taking them. Central's got plenty of time to score. Letting that clock run is not going to inhibit them at all.
Muskies lead by 4, though, so Central correct. Has to score a touchdown here.
Yeah, and that Fillmore PAT after the last one looms large. Has meant that they've got to get a touchdown.
1st and 10 from the Muskie 13. Tony Walker gives to Hutchison straight up the gut. He's inside the 10, and he's down near the 7. It's going to be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd and 4 from the Muskie 6.
Well, I kind of like that Micah Parsons-esque standing up defense when it's clear passing down. But boy, this close to the end zone, I think we had to get some guys down low because they're just coming forward on us and blowing us up for 6 yards.
Under 2 to play. What a football game here. Senior night. Muskie seniors, the entire team, boy, giving it their best, trying to get their first win of the year. And the fans are into it. The players are into it. Central, 2nd and 4. There's a give Hutchison to get over the right side. Stacked up and taken down right there. Good play. Gavin Wade on the stop.
Yeah, great initial contact. In the film room, they'll tell him, keep running those legs. Don't just stop there and be a bug grabber. It's not the homecoming dance. But great job coming up through the hole, making the contact, and the other Muskies piled on and helped him make that tackle.
No gain on the play. 3rd down and 4 Central for the Muskie 7. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in the football game. Muskies lead by 4. Hendricks in motion, and now we've got a stoppage of play, and it's a timeout Central. 1:04 to play, 25-21 Muskies. This is Muskie football, powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
KWPC K236CF Muscatine. From the Retirement Resource Group and Becky Insurance Studios, this is Muskie football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Muskie fans, while construction is underway on the new Community Healthcare Muscatine Clinic, CHC is still accepting new patients at their current Muscatine medical and dental clinic locations. From chronic disease management to pediatric well visits and dental exams, CHC sees patients of all ages. Virtual telehealth appointments are also available. To schedule a medical, dental, or behavioral health appointment, call the CHC Muscatine Clinics at 563-327-2140. Community Healthcare Muscatine. Every age, every income, everyone. Proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
This is Muskie football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Welcome back to Muskie football for the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. Tony Walker, now we've got a stoppage. Another timeout Central. You'll say welcome back to the Muskie football, the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. It's the community health care 4th quarter. So Central, timeout after a timeout. They still have 1 left. So it's really not a big deal with 1:03 to play. From the 7-yard line, they want to get their play right.
Yep.
Gives the Muskies a chance to adjust too, based on the formation they just saw.
Well, and that's where I don't mind 2 timeouts in a row from a coach, because that clearly looked like they saw something they didn't like. It wasn't like, hey, we have 12 guys in, or there's 3 seconds left on the clock. We've seen those timeouts. Those are killer. But Muskies were doing something that Central didn't like. They wanted to get a play in. To your point, they can get a first down, but this is kind of a 2 or 3 play, deal for them. So you got to, this critical 3rd down, you got to get called what you want. Maybe the Muskies come out a little bit different look and show them something a little bit different here.
Here we go, 3rd and 4, 7-yard line. Williams in motion, going to get the handoff over the left side, cuts it into the 5, taken down by Roberts from behind. He's going to be short of the first down. Down to the 4, and it'll be 4th and 1.
Great play by Roberts to make the tackle short of the line to gain. Butson also comes up and helps finish him off, not allowing him to fall forward for the first down. And here you go. You got to think it all rides really on this play right here.
Clock is stopped. There's an injured Muskie at the goal line. It looks like it was just Kalen tying his shoe.
Yeah, did someone limp? Look like maybe somebody limped off. Muskies are wanting the clock to roll, but I got to tell you, Brian, if I was those guys, I wouldn't be saying that. I want that clock to stop. We can take knees and run this thing out.
4th down and 1. Tony with and now we got a timeout Muscatine. The quarterback sneak was coming.
And it was successful.
And the Muskies, they burn a timeout. And that's
it.
That should be their final timeout. So 4th and 1, 4-yard line. What a football game. The Muskies have done all the scoring here in the second half. It was 21-6 at the half. The Muskies have put 19 points on the board here in the second half. Central has not scored, but they're knocking on the door. 4th and 1 of the Muskie 4-yard line. Central 1-6 on the year. The Muskies 0-7. This game means a lot to both teams, especially the Muskies. They want to get in the win column, and especially at home here on senior night.
Yeah, get dialed up once you get one here. I mean, you really got to feel like this is the ball game. It's going to be one way or another.
Here we go. Muskies out of timeouts.
Get low if you got those. Hunter blocks. Here we go.
Muskies jump, and that's going to be no. Thought they
didn't come
called
forward.
A flag on Verdinez, but no. Now it's a timeout Central. So they thought they had him drawn off. The Central coach didn't look happy. I saw him jump, but obviously we're not down there, so we don't know if he crosses the line or not. And now Central burns another timeout. So with 47 seconds left, 25-21 Muskies. Connor Kenny on the edge of his seat in the press box.
It's just looking through fingers. He can't even do the full view. But this is really what makes high school sports great, and especially football, where every game is so meaningful, so impactful. You know, it doesn't feel you got an 0-7 and 1-6 team here, but, man, kids are giving it their all, playing as hard as they can, both trying to get that win. And here we go. It's all riding on this play.
Here we go. Come on, Muskie fans.
Got to get low, key that ball. Do not jump off sides.
Bring it loud. Tony Walker under center gets a snap over right guard.
He got it.
And he's going to get a first down, and he powers his way to the end zone and a touchdown, a 4-yard touchdown run by Jaleel Tony Walker. And Central, with 41 seconds to play, goes on top, 27-25.
Boy, Muskie's got low, put pressure, but Walker, just a great play to keep his legs driving, fall forward. Looked like he was going to maybe get the first down, but we might get him stopped, and he just would not be denied the end zone. That's going to be a tall order here for the Muskies.
Hurst now on for the PAT. And Hazlett will hold. And there's the snap and the hold and the kick. And the kick is good. 41 seconds to play, and Central on top of the Muskies, 28-25. During the postgame tonight, find out who the player of the game is, powered by Edmore Chevy Buick, GMC of Muscatine. Chevy, let's drive together. Boy, Ben, that was a 58-yard drive, Central's first scoring of the second half, and on 4th and 1 from the Muskie 4. And Jaleel Tony Walker takes it in 4-yard run for the score and a quarterback sneak, just power football. And, boy, that's a tough one. The Muskies still have 41 seconds, no timeouts, but, a kickoff return here. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, it's a backbreaker. And I was going to say, I mean, let's hope they make the mistake of kicking it to us. Let's get the ball in Glenn's hands. He's been the big moneymaker on these special teams all season long. Be interesting if they might just try to put this thing out at the 10 out of bounds and give the Muskies the ball in the 35. I don't know.
Hurst has 2 touchbacks tonight, but I would be shocked if they tried to kick it deep here.
Yeah, I think they used the squib kick earlier in the game. I think you're going to see a squib kick here. Probably try to get the ball down between the 35 and the 25 and see if they can just keep it there.
Big Cat Energy kickoff. And Glenn and Ryland for the Muskies, both on about their 7-yard line. Landon Hurst, left footer, had a good night kicking for the Blue Devils. And there's the approach in the boot, and he's going to kick it deep, and he's going to kick it into the end zone.
Got it where he needed it.
They trust his legs there, so the Muskies will take over on their own 20.
Okay, 41 seconds. You got to be prepared to spike the ball here. Remember, downs matter because you can run out of downs quickly, but you're not going to get all your downs. So it's better to preserve that clock when you can. If you get a 7-8 yard gain, you have to get up there and spike that ball. If you get a first down, you want to try and get on the ball if at all possible, get plays called. You've got to push the ball down the field, even though that's not what you're typically very accustomed to.
So on the defensive end of this, how deep are you playing your safeties right now?
Pretty deep. I mean, I don't want to get beat deep here. They got to throw the ball. They're not great at it. I don't want a guy falling down. I'm gonna have at least a guy at 20 yards now. They got guys only at 10. Okay.
That's what I was
Thank
looking
you.
at. Curtis back to pass, rolls, rushes on. Gage looks down.
We got a wide open Butts.
Got a man, and it's complete.
Get out of bounds. Get out of bounds.
And he's out of bounds up the side to about the 46-yard line. And we got a late flag at the 25, and we'll see what this is. But if this is something that gets tacked on at the end of the play, that would be huge for the Muskies.
Muskies are clapping.
There was something going on late. It was after the play.
But again, so he was out of bounds. Clock's going to say stop, but still, when we get in the play, get your play called here. Get your guys settled.
26-yard play.
Clock should say stopped. Again, to your point, they got guys playing only 11 yards deep. Levi Butson's running deeper in their deepest cover, man. Are you kidding me right now?
Personal foul tacked onto this. So a 26-yard pass play plus 15. Just like that, the Muskies, 41 yards. First down on the Central 39.
I thought you were going to throw to me. You got to cover the guy that can do that math. I know you're not used to that.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in business now. Here we go.
Trips left.
Time is still
seconds.
concerned. Still got to be ready to kill the ball.
Curtis rolls to his left. Gage looks, throws, got a man complete. In the middle of the field, it's Gabor again.
Got to get on it. Got to spike it.
He's down at the 32-yard line.
Got to spike it or make a play call. One or the other. You're at 20 seconds. You're not going to get all your downs here.
Second down and 3.
There you go.
Now they spike it, so it'll be 3rd and 3 from the 32-yard line with 14 seconds. Kicking game has been a problem for the Muskies. And this would be a long kick of 49 yards, so they need some yardage here.
Yeah, I don't know if they're even thinking the field goal's on the table here. Again, you got some out routes, right? Run guys towards the boundary. Tell them it's more important to get out of bounds than it is to get an extra 2 or 3 yards. That's critical. Young receivers don't always realize that.
3 receivers to the left.
Oh, we're moving.
Curtis rolls to his right, throws
Gotta get out
again, and it's complete and out of bounds, and it's going to be a first down at about the 27-yard line. A 5-yard game, but 5 precious seconds. There's only 9 seconds left. Shot to the end zone here, Ben.
For sure. I don't know that I don't think we can make this field goal. We got away with one there, though. Our guy came forward on a step. They did not throw the flag. We'll take it.
1st and 10 Muskies, Central 27, 9 seconds to play. Central 28 to Muskies 25. 3 receivers to the left.
Hook and lateral.
Curtis back to pass. Sets going to fire to Roberts. He catches at the 10.
Oh, no.
Cuts back at the 5.
Come on.
The end zone. Yeah! Roberts. What a pitch and catch.
Unbelievable.
27 yards. Gage Curtis. James Roberts at the gun. And the Muskies walk it off. 31-28.
Unbelievable. Looked like he was dead to rights. Catches the ball in the middle of the field. Clock's ticking. There's no way they're going to be able to ground it. Cuts back to the outside. Beats a guy. Gets in the end zone. And that is a walk-off touchdown. Unbelievable play from the Muskies. Great job.
No extra point. A 27-yard walk-off. Gage Curtis to James Roberts. The Muskies go 80 yards in 41 seconds to win the game. Unbelievable.
And Sid Davenport Central just stunned. You feel for those kids, but boy, the Muskies need it. What a great amount of grit and determination. It would have been real easy when you're 0-7, you're down 21-6 at halftime to come out and just take your beating as you're expecting. Muskies say no to that. Great job by Ryland to get them going there on the first drive, get the TD. And then it looks like it's all over when you give up the touchdown late. You had to burn all your timeouts trying to stop them. Unbelievable finish, Brian.
Final score from Muscatine Community Stadium. Muscatine 31, Davenport Central 28. We're going to take a timeout. This is Muskie football, powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
Go Muskies! At Becky Insurance and Financial Services, we don't just sell insurance, we simplify it. From life and disability insurance, group benefits, and ACA marketplace plans to expert Medicare guidance, we've got you covered. As an independent agency, we offer personalized options from trusted carriers focused on what's right for you. What's right for you is our only concern.
Call 563-263-9700 or visit BeckyINS.com today. Becky Insurance and Financial Services. Coverage you can count on, advice you can trust.
All Seasons Glass and Mirror in Muscatine provides multiple services, including window glass, screen repair, mirrors, and furniture types. All Seasons Glass can do it all. All Seasons Glass is there when you need them. For more information, call 263-9044. All Seasons Glass now does shower doors and are a proud supporter of Muscatine Muskie Athletics. Go Muskies! All Seasons Glass, 1517 Gobble Street in Muscatine.
Muskie fans know where to find great food, an amazing atmosphere, and the best place to watch your favorite teams. It's Boonies on the Avenue. Boonies comes in the clutch every time with their all-star menu that includes their tasty burgers, appetizers, wings, salads, sandwiches, and everything else on the menu. Bring in your tailgate team to catch all the action on their 27 big screen TVs. Boonies on the Avenue, 214 Iowa Avenue, downtown Muscatine. Boonies, a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics.
You've been listening to Muskie Sports on KWPC. Here's Brian Musell and Ben Nitzel to recap tonight's game on the postgame show.
Welcome back to Muskie Football from the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. Brian Musell, Ben Nitzel, and boy, this has been a long time coming. What an exciting game tonight for the Muscatine Muskies. Going into this one, 0-7 senior night. What a football game, folks. You can watch this replay on MPW Channel 5 throughout the week, too, and watch this. What a great game and an unbelievable finish. I'll give you the scoring recap right now. First quarter, Central had the football go 3 and out. The Muskies block a punt, recover it on the Central 12-yard line. They drive 12 yards, capped off by Gavin Wade's 2-yard touchdown run. Extra point, no good, 9:28 to play in the first. They led 6-zip. Central, their next possession, drove the football 64 yards, and Saden Williams went 6 yards over right tackle, PAT good. They led the Muskies 7-6 with 7:48 to play in the first. Then the Muskies punted the football away a couple of drives later, and their fine receiver, T.D. Morrison, goes 57 yards on a punt return over the right side, 14-6 after the PAT, and that's where it stood after one period. Only one touchdown in the second quarter, and that was after a Muscatine fumble on a kickoff return. They drove it 27 yards, and Hutchison kicked it in from 1 yard out. PAT good, 21-6 Blue Devils. We stood there at the half, 21-6. Third quarter, all Muscatine. The Muskies go 69 yards on their opening drive. Seth Ryland, 33-yard touchdown run. PAT, they went for 2. It failed, and it was 21-12. The Muskies trailed with 9:43 to play in the third. Then the Muskies' next drive, 71 yards. And Gage Curtis punched in from 3 yards out. Extra point, no good. 21-18 Central at the end of 3 quarters. In the fourth quarter, the Muskies took the lead. 31-yard drive, Gage Curtis on a 15-yard touchdown run, and the Muskies PAT good. They led 25-21 with 5:12 left in the game. Central hadn't done much at all in the second half offensively, but they did here. They drove 58 yards after the Muskie kickoff and took it down, and their fine quarterback, Jaleel Tony Walker, on 4th and 1 from the Muskie 4, goes 4 yards straight up the gut on a quarterback sneak. PAT good, 28-25, and you felt the air go out of the stadium. With 41 seconds left, Central led the Muskies by 3. Muskies didn't quit, no timeouts, and you know how the Muskies offense is. It's 3 yards in a cloud of dust. No timeouts, 80 yards. The very first play was a 26-yard throw to Rylan Gabor, and Central committed a personal foul, so they tacked 15 yards on it, and it got it down to the 39-yard line. And the Muskies, 3 plays later, final play of the game, Curtis rolls out to his right, throws it. James Roberts catches it at about the 10-yard line, broke 2 tackles, and ran it in to the corner of the end zone. And it was jubilation here, folks. A walk-off game winner from Gage Curtis to James Roberts. 27 yards, Final score, Muscatine 31-28. I'm going to come back, get Ben Nitzel's thoughts on this one. This is Muskie Football, powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC.
Hey, Muskie fans, save big and shop local at the Muscatine Hy-Vee, where each week we have the hottest deals in town. Get additional savings with your Hy-Vee Perks card, which offers you deeper discounts and cheap gas. With hundreds of brands on sale each week and the friendliest staff around, why shop anywhere else? Muscatine Hy-Vee is a proud supporter of Muskie Athletics. Save big and shop local at the Muscatine Hy-Vee.
How well do your children see? You know the difference between an eye screening and a complete eye exam by an optometrist may be the difference between a child prepared to learn and a child with a vision-related problem. The Vision Center optometrists examine children that are unable to read an eye chart. Remember, routine eye exams are most important, knowing that 1 out of 4 kids have a visual disorder. Come to the Vision Center PC, only the finest care.
Vision Center PC is a proud supporter of the Muskies. Go Muskies!
High school football is back. Whether it's Thursday or Friday night, that means Muskie football. And just like the Muskies, MPW is always on. Whether you're listening to the game on the radio, watching it live on MPW TV, or flipping on the lights for a backyard watch party, MPW is powering your hometown pride. That glass of refreshing tap water you're having during the game, that's MPW too. MPW is proud to support Muscatine Muskie football. Here's to a great season, and go Muskies!
This is Muskie Football on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
Welcome back to Muskie Football from the Becky Insurance broadcast booth. Brian Musell, Ben Nitzel, Connor Kenny. What an exciting one here tonight. The Muskies walk it off. First win of the year, 31-28 over Davenport Central on a 27-yard touchdown pass from Curtis to James Roberts to end this one. And Ben, boy, your analysis of this one, I would really love to hear your thoughts on this football game tonight.
Well, just a great effort by the Muskies. Like I said, it's real easy when you're 0-7, go in the halftime 21-6 and just say, hey, it's the same old, this game's over, poor us. Not the case for the Muskies tonight. Come out, fired up, get some early plays that are successful at the start of that second half, gives them the confidence, and then just pure determination and grit, which is what you love to see. We talk a lot about with the beauty of sports is learning life lessons and things like that, and I think that's on full display tonight. Don't give up. Put your nose to the grindstone. Keep going. See what you can make happen. Muskies do that. Then all hope seems lost and dashed at the end there when they punch it across for the touchdown, and still great determination, great grit, maybe even more so. Come down, get a little break with the 15-yard penalty, but you had the big pass play, and then just to go down, and then, of course, play of the year, getting that pass out to Roberts and him ducking inside, 2 guys on him, all but looks like he's going to get tackled. Busts outside there, goes, and he's crossing the goal line as the clock goes 0-0. Just unbelievable excitement. So happy for the kids, happy for the coaching staff. Guys work so hard. You want to see them taste some victory, taste some success, and we felt like this was the game to be able to do that, and took it till the very last second, but they got it done, and couldn't be more happy for these seniors, and really for the coaches, the whole program, just well deserved, and it's a game that they earned for sure.
Absolutely, and this is a senior night that nobody will forget. The Muskie fans that were here, all of us in the box, and especially the Muskie football players that were out there competing tonight. And Ben, here we go. Players of the game tonight's Edmore Chevy Buick GMC player of the game is.
Yeah, so offensively, you feel like you got a lot of potential options and people you can pick, but for me, it's got to be Seth Ryle, and I feel like he comes out, rips off back-to-back 33-yard runs, the first one for a touchdown, the second one to get the Muskies driving on their second drive of the second half, which sets up another touchdown, and that was the spark, that was the difference to me that made this game come back, swing back to Muscatine's favor, and put them in a position to get the victory at the end. So I thought Seth did a great job running the ball when he had it, and as we talked about, also blocking. Every time he's got to go, he's blocking the ball. When he's not getting it, he's blocking. And a lot of guys could have been selected, but for me, that was the difference maker offensively.
Defensively?
Yeah, if you listen to this broadcast, you're going to know who we're going to pick. It's going to be Colin Glenn. We were calling his name all night. He's getting through the line, making hits in the backfield, being part of multiple, when you got 2-3 guys on making plays. I just thought Colin had a great night defensively. A lot of guys stepped up in moments, but from start to finish, Colin was all over the place, had a great night.
What a fun night at Muscatine Community Stadium and a victorious Muscatine Muskie win on senior night. This has been a broadcast of Muscatine High School Athletics. Granted to Krieger Media Company by the Muscatine Community School District, any rebroadcast of this game is strictly prohibited without the expressed written consent of the Muscatine Community School District and Krieger Media Company. We want to thank engineer Tim Scott. The Muskies' final game of the regular season will be on the road next Friday against Iowa City Liberty. Once again, our final from Muscatine Community Stadium. The Muscatine Muskies victorious 31 over Davenport Central 28. For Ben Nitzel, I'm Brian Musell, and you're listening to Muskie Football powered by Muscatine Hy-Vee on KWPC, the voice of Muscatine.
The Muskies know where to find the best barbecue. That's it.